think that it is incredibly irresponsible to wipe a slate clean like this and not inform your players ahead of time. Like, what if my bank account PIN number was in there and now I don't have it anywhere else?
Yeah, Bosco. How dare you not let Mark Allen Jr. stream his internet PIN code on the internet?
There, get your PIN code.
Oh, God.
Wait, that's from last year's.
There it is.
Just to show you that I never truly deleted.
It's a shame we were on the slideshow, but it's also a good thing we were on the slideshow so no one could get Mark Allen Jr.'s PIN code.
Exactly.
Hi, guys. Welcome into the
very
Unexpectables. We're glad that you could join us here. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're choosing to spend your Saturday night with us. We're sorry, but thank you for being here.
Listen.
I'm gonna make
this win.
We got a Cypher. I think that's a win-win.
I mean, yeah, that's literally the only reason anybody came back to watch me run anything was they were like, I'm sorry, who's in it?
Who is this guy?
You.
Oh my God, it's me.
I know. Mario, where can they find you?
What? They can...
Oh my God, it's Chris Pratt.
.com/Sci-Fi TV.
There you go.
That's
excellent.
it. I'm the guy.
Monty. Hi. It's me.
Good job.
All right, where can they find you? What do you do?
My brain just stopped working.
You can find her at twitch.tv/
Shut up! Don't take my words from me. I'm not great, and I'm gonna be talking about it just briefly at some point. But I'm trying to find a way to stream Final Fantasy a little bit more. Because we're doing raid content and stuff. Listen. Don't make noises. Mr. X body pillow is, it's coming.
I'm staring at it right now.
Yeah, Connor has it in his possession.
And he's staring back.
He really
and
is.
I'm looking at him, and he
looks at me.
I'm really scared you're gonna go to bed, Connor, in the middle of the night. That's gonna rise up from the floor and just like be looking down at you like a.
I feel like
know where this is going.
I feel like what would be more horrifying is if it just vanished. If it just
Oh
disappeared.
God!
Typewriter.
Wait. Somebody take that and run with it. A sentient cursed body pillow. So somebody fucking run with that. Make a movie
that acts like the thing that it's based off of at night. It's like a wear body pillow.
Oh
my God.
And the twist at the end that leads to its defeat is they meet someone else with a different body pillow and they fight.
Oh, and they fall in love.
Get the guy who wrote Child's Play on this.
Anyway, I'll be streaming tomorrow and hopefully maybe stream. Oh, actually, I have a bit of an announcement. It was supposed to be this Thursday, but we ended up delaying just because of announcement. I'm gonna make a full announcement on my Twitter. We're gonna be doing Dungeon of the Mad Mage on Thursdays on my channel as well. So if you're interested in checking out a 5th edition pre-made, it'd be really fun, and we're trying some overlay stuff. It's gonna be like the test pancake for the delicious pancake that is it's just see if they live or not is really the game. So all right, that's it for me. Sorry for taking
Love me some test pancakes.
No, you're good. Mark, go.
You can find me on twitter.com at Mark Allen Jr., here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming, and you can follow the adventures of my fat sleepy cat bunny on Instagram, forecasting and have determined that the majority of the severe weather event that's going to happen tomorrow will be in the north part of Missouri, which is about a 10-hour drive from me. And because of Ghosts of Tsushima on the channel, I will have Storm Tracker stuff up, so I will be reporting on stuff as I see it happen, but we'll be safe and sound in my own home tomorrow. If you're a fan of anime, check out Kageki Shoujo episode 8 up today on Funimation. I got to play a sweet, sensitive, sad boy. Really excited. Probably some of my best acting work, believe it or not, for this one episode character. So check it out. I'm really proud of it. Yeah. Also, episode 5, love them water polo boys. Other than that, that's it for me.
No. You can just find me over at where you usually am at. Just twitter.com. There art, post my commissions, all manner of fun stuff. You know what I do. You know what I'm about. I also stream over at Theropod Art, twitch.tv. I got a Patreon too. Go there. Give me money. You get to vote on what I get to draw. Bleh. That's it.
Now it is time for a man who knows needs no introduction, clearly, because I can't give it. I can't even speak today. Distortion Devil, where can they find you now that you're back online?
Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays playing some tabletop games with my buddies, Hey Mr. Rabbit and Count Widget, and sometimes Probate is there as well. Wednesdays, I will be running the last session of White Plume Mountain, a Gobtober adventure, the exciting conclusion of White Plume Mountain. Friday Funhouse, where I basically just play whatever I want with whoever decides to show up. Played some more Jackbox and also some Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. I haven't played a Super Monkey Ball game in a little bit over 10 years, I think. So yeah, that was a bit of an experience. That Saturdays, before I'm over in here, I am streaming Yakuza 5 Remastered, and Sundays I'm playing Wildermyth, finishing up the last campaign of that before I move on to Banner Saga. Excited to play that. Also, be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, the action RPG where you play as the dead to fight the living. Very Ravenlofty in terms of flavor. Being developed by the one and only Dennis Dyack, the man behind Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, and Legacy of Kain. You can click that link in the chat right there to purchase yourself a Founders Pack, get access to the first or second age, and also check out coming up pretty soon here. And it should happen by the end of the month. If not, then sometime shortly after that. Yes, that's me.
Hot dang. And before we go any further, we want to thank our beautiful sponsor, Die Hard Dice. Pause for dice rolls.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's
Oh no,
thank
you diced
terrible.
everywhere.
Now, you might have heard a lot of different sounds in there. That's because they have both plastic and metal dice,
Yeah.
none of which are edible, by the way, so definitely don't do that. And you can receive 10% off your order on all of your dice and your dice accessories, like a nice rolling tray, nice rolling table.
Yeah, I've never had metal dice before. My Die Hard dice arrived today.
They
They
do.
got they're really heavy in a good way, is how I would describe it. They got a nice heft.
They make you feel powerful when you're rolling them.
They sure
Like it might
do.
be hard.
So,
Favorite number, but it's also a terrible roll.
what's your favorite number?
4.
I'd love to see plenty of those.
Yay.
4 is the
Good
death
number.
number in many cultures.
It's my favorite number, too, as well.
Oh, wow. I'm learning something new today.
I was born
Leapfrog.
June 4th.
It's true. So,
1994.
very quickly, we're going to try to do some bits and subs. So I'm going to turn it over to Distortion Devil, who is going to say hello to all of you lovely folks.
Hello, all you lovely folks. I'm
Awesome.
gonna read the bits now.
I was talking to it. I was like, if you stop.
And that's the end.
All right, bye. See you guys next week.
Nian the Mantid, thank you for the 13 months. Time for spooky, scary murder. Oh, woo. Clone H. Hart, thank you for the 19 months. I've tried to share a meaningful sub message, but Twitch is being a butt, so butts. Silvery Nard, thank you for the
Beautiful.
Dragon Suit, thank you for the 250 bits. Here's some bit. Gonna be mostly lurking because I'm over at my friend's house. How is everyone tonight? Hoping for no deaths. Yeah. Fuck you for making me cry, Bosco. It was so good. The whole cast was great.
Aw, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Puffer6, thank you for the 16 months of Prime subbage. Masamune84, thank you for the 9 months. Ace Bounty, thank you for the 200 bits. Finally made it live for Ravenloft. Sorry you're not doing well, Monty. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah.
Thank you.
Zenlita, thank you for the 200 bits. Coming to Hulu this holiday season, Killer Pillow. Daikimakura.
Oh my god.
Daikimakura.
Love it. I love
Please,
it.
somebody make this,
Don't.
please.
DXXXX Kid, thank you for the 6 months. Bro Don Rod, thank you for the 19 months. Thank you everyone who made this possible.
That was my question
The
last
first
week.
pancake you ever make
You eat.
is always
It's
the
just-
worst one. You eat it, it's still
No.
delicious and it's incredible, but it's
It's not the
just
worst one.
it's just,
Maybe
I
if
think
you're
that might be you, Mike.
It's just-
that might be what you
It's
do.
just not as good as the other ones that come after.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. The first
or you could just make it right the first time and then have delicious
okay,
pancakes all the time.
Mr. Peak Physique Pancake
Look, you may not like
Master.
it. You may
Pancake
not like
Guru.
it.
You should have just said pancake.
Scallon
person.
Jr. And it's like an unflattering picture of you, Mark.
yeah.
Too,
Well, all of-
just
all
add
of the
to it.
pictures of
Continue,
me are
Connor.
unflattering.
Sorry, we're getting horribly distracted.
Gwen Ninja, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm playing a Paladin Oath of the Crown in Ravenloft this week, actually using Zito's Gargoyle playable race from his recent supplement. Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 100 bits. Sophia, this year I lost my dear friend Sumer. Dang it, woman, stop telling people I'm dead. Sophia, sometimes I can still hear his voice.
Oh,
Draconian 9, thank you for the... My favorite alternate version of that meme is pulls out a bow. Let me be sad. Shine Greymon, thank you for the 18 months. Bosco did a great job in Pokemon and made me cry.
Hey, 2 for 2. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Woo. Luke the Lucas, thank you for the 16 months. Connor, I know you're about to finish up your Wilderness homebrew, and it's on sale on Steam till the 25th. Huh. Oh, is that the thing that Joe-Cat played that one time?
It
That
might
did look
be.
interesting, actually.
Yeah, so the thing about Celesta is Baldur's Gate has access to the full player's handbook, but Celesta only got access to the base SRD. So they have like the base classes, but they have like a bunch of subclasses that they made.
But no, I'm going to be playing Banner Saga after Wildermyth ends. Because it's been in my library for a long time and it looks interesting.
It's pretty good.
Foxhound 039 or 093, thank you for the 15,000 bits.
What?
That's a lot of money.
For all the great deaths to come, good luck. Oh no.
I don't. Thanks.
No.
Uh,
Take the money back. I'm scared.
Take it back. Ooh. And Tears of Mozart, thank you for the 10,000 bits right after, immediately. Hooray for Ravenloft. Also, thanks to Thero for taking up my...
Yeah, he showed us that.
So I
Yeah.
can tell you this so that he doesn't have to look like the bad person. Really, really cool design and really, really cool
Oh.
outfit. He has way too many clothes on for a luchador, but
But we all know what Bosco wants to see. You heard
It's
it here
true.
first, folks.
it's like the Lucha Brothers.
You know what? Maybe I'll throw in a shirtless one just for
There you
Bosco.
go. You got to show. He
Maybe.
does all that work in the gym. You got to come on.
It's drill time. Morthrander, thank you for the 6 months. Good luck today, everybody. I love this party, this adventure, and this DM.
Wait, did it have a question
what's-
in it, or did you?
Yes,
add
it did. It
Okay,
did.
good.
You know what's
Amazing.
funny? Now that I know it's Tears of Mozart, I was thinking in my head, hey, this kind of looks like Bart Ender as a dinosaur. And okay, that makes sense.
There you go.
Okay.
Steve Vanders, thank you for the
Oh,
100 bits.
bartender! Oh my god, that's his.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you just get that?
Yes, I did.
Bart Ender, did you just? Oh man.
Ah!
Morthrandor, thank you for the... I'm waiting for the party's eventual death while making some kick-ass pasta and drinking wine.
Why does everyone want us to
pasta.
die?
Dick Stixel, thank you for the 200 bits. I'm planning to start my next Unexpectables related cosplays here soon. I already spoke to
Ooh.
Bosco about making Remy, but Monty, Sci-Fry, I was wondering if it would be okay for my partner and I to cosplay Grimharl and Brand.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Have-
Go for it.
Have fun
I'm
with Grimharl.
I actually-
know.
I was actually going to make a tweet for the Twitter just to say that we're live, and I saw that somebody cosplayed Raycool, actually.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
I'm-
retweeted that.
That's
Yeah, it
the only condition that I'm going to put on anyone cosplaying. You have to link the Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have
Also,
to tweet at them.
If you want to cosplay Remy, you have to be a bird. I'm sorry, I don't make the. No, I'm
What?
kidding.
Yeah, a real
Wait,
life
no,
bird.
No,
I
hold
need
on.
you
You
to
can
go-
dress up as a bird for Halloween.
I need you to go to a science, and I need you to inject
To a
birds.
science?
It'll
Don't
reenact
knock
the
on the
fly,
horn.
but with the
I know.
bird.
I need you
The
to
bird.
inject bird into your gene pool,
But not
and
Alfred
then
Monty, you're
It's
creating a
not bird.
birdemic, please.
15 months. Pingu Crimson, thank you for the 11 months of Prime. Enjoying the session with my dinner. None of you better die. I'm not betting on the death pool. CMT 3722, thank you for the Prime sub. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the elite bits. Not you.
Connor, take out the chat.
Yeah. Dark E Arts, thank you for the 18 months. I already took it out. Time for Frightful Fun. The Atom Bomb, thank you for the 120 bits. The hour is late, and the team is gathered once again to ask Death tonight and wait for him to answer with bated breath. Fantastic Callum, thank you for the 100 bits. What would a baker werewolf who loves colorful clothing make? This.
Do it. Say it.
I'm trying. I don't know. A pumpkin pie-canthrope while wearing tie-dycanthrope.
Huh.
Might need to workshop that one a little more.
I don't get it.
Sario88.
Holy shit!
Hello, police. I'd like to report a murder.
Who?
Sario88.
Whoa. Okay, Zari.
Damn.
We're gonna have to send a
Jeez.
wreath and a bouquet of
Right.
flowers.
He's dead,
to their
Jim.
next-
Right for
Jesus.
the jugular. Jesus.
And people
Christ.
say I'm bad.
No, you are.
Callum, I would never.
Thank you for the 19 months. Gonna have to check
Uh-huh.
the bot tomorrow at work because session 2 of the D&D, my game, my friends and I are playing, saw us take on 30 zombies. I think our DM is trying to kill us.
They have
Yeah?
been known to do that.
That's nothing. Watch White
Hey.
John. Thank you.
Hey, Callum, stick around. I'll kill him first.
Oh, jeez. You 100 bits, Bosco. For now, I'm going to call you Dada because and no one can change my mind. Oh, Dada, or is it?
Hold on.
Is it?
No, I'm gonna stop you right there. So I appreciate it. Don't do if you go around and you don't give a lot of context, like I mean a lot of context for why you're saying that, it's gonna sound really bad.
In Fallout, everyone hated that. Stone Tiger, thank you for the 200 bits. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. All right, we're back and we're still out for blood. Betting is so heated. All the bets were made before. The odds were even in for the week. So without further ado, starting the week, Mark and Monty are tied at 5-1 odds.
Why?
Connor raising his odds to 15-1. Sai dropping as his exhaustion rises to 25-1.
Ooh.
And Thero still the running long shot at 35-1 odds. TPK betting still hasn't opened, but tonight could change that. So good luck, guys. We're watching.
How the heck does Sci-Fi do the entire campaign with levels of exhaustion and have less of a chance of dying than me?
Because he hasn't hit the level where it matters in combat.
Yeah.
True.
And also, Mark, you have Mark rolls. So.
Listen, that handicap only takes me so far.
That's why people are betting against you, though.
It's not
You rolled
fair.
pretty well during Gobtober.
I did.
Yeah.
Astral
Here's a Mozart.
Tabletop likes you.
Yeah. Thank you for the 5 bits. Bosco makes me cry all the time. Fucking jailer.
Aw, just you wait.
EV Roman numerals. Thank you for the 2 months of Prime subbage. Yeet. Tick Stixel, thank you for the 100 bits. Funny story, that Raycool cosplayer was me. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Hey.
You.
Hey.
Seriously though, I've never ever had a character cosplay before, so you're the historical first for me.
By the way-
so thank you for that.
By the way, Connor, I believe, if I'm not mistaken with my letters here, that is EV92.
Maybe.
XCII, I believe, is 92.
We know an EV level 1.
Is C80?
We do.
We do. We have several.
finally-
Is
of these.
C, is
They're all
C80?
they're all spelt differently and they're all different.
No, C is 100.
Indeed.
And we like both of them when they're here.
Yeah.
Level 1 EVs on 3 like fucking thin ice though.
Dark Lord Popo, thank you for the 13 months. Good
They're
luck
a
tonight,
really good
everyone.
artist.
I don't normally listen live. May your rolls be as good as Mark's Duraludon packs.
Oh, hey, good reference.
Yeah. Foxhound 93, thank you for the 10,000 bit. Oh boy, enjoy.
Look.
You're gonna have a long run of it. And thank you for the additional 100 bits. Also, great job with that letter, Bosco. I couldn't stop laughing.
I'm gonna assume you mean the Remy letter. And thank you.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Stormfox 116, thank you for the 17 months. Finally got to play my Noel Valor and be a pure chaos child. Also reading Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. Mark, you can complain about all the odds all you want, but I'm running this ship fair. Just be happy this is the first week. This is the first week you don't have multiple people betting on you.
That doesn't,
And
I don't know why that would make me happy.
and finally, Fantastic Callum with the 50 bits. Who would have
I
guessed?
hate
Odds.
Callum, I,
I
hate
just-
to burst your bubble. That was Zito.
Yeah.
Still
You are the
too
second.
soon. Still
Something
too
about
soon.
animal people
I just-
dying. Although we have a
I
very
just-
high likelihood.
I just picture as soon as I said that, Fantastic Callum's monitor played the sound from Street Fighter
killed a
4.
goat.
I'm not an animal, and so therefore I am not at risk of.
Oh, you are. Yeah. You're yes.
All
Yep.
right.
Thankfully, Sci-Fi's not.
True.
No, he's just an orc.
It's
Yeah.
true. Orcs are not animals.
Orcs
Yeah.
aren't animals.
Orcs are people too.
Orcs are people too.
Wow.
Orcs are friend, not food. Isn't that right?
All right. Are we good to get going here?
I think so. Is that it, Connor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wave and smile to chat.
Look at our bird. He's so dapper.
He is extremely dapper.
He's
I'm
wearing
impressed.
a
very
lounging robe.
Do not cry for him. Do not cry.
Alas, poor Billy.
I
Cursed
did
the
not-
luck to support you in straight to suburbia.
I did not realize that our Raven from Ravenloft was part of Gryffindor, so I appreciate you guys clarifying that for me.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, got you.
Ravenloft, Ravenclaw, rise up.
Yeah.
I am a Ravenclaw, but it felt more
it's-
right that any bird still
Ravenclaw's
alive
a little
in
bit too on the
Ravenloft
nose
is
for him,
probably a
apparently.
Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not like the other ravens.
It is the crow from Billy and Mandy. All right. So
Not
before
like
we
the
get
other ravens.
too
Do not cry.
derailed,
Sorry.
who would like to recap what we did last episode? Maybe for a benefit. I don't know. Maybe if
Me.
you say would like to. Okay, there we go.
Sorry. All right. Last time on Ravenloft, Tanya is cheating on Dave, and it's quite the scandal.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
goodness.
Tanya, you
Wait, I thought. Wait, I
Wait.
thought Dave. Oh man.
how did Devin take that?
Devin got in a Conte, and anyway, last time on Ravenloft, we new set of cards and predictions,
Mhm.
as well as using a Luigi board to commune with members of the dead. After discovering that Sumer is not dead, we proceeded to the gravesite of both Calamity and Sumer, and were accosted. Well, first we saw a robed figure with, I believe they had a scythe, if I'm not mistaken, right?
They
had
did.
like a-
Yeah.
yeah. A scythe wielding figure walked through a portal, and upon investigation, we were accosted by a group of, I think, 3 specter ghost-like creatures.
Mhm.
Grimharl, who is an absolute badass, killed all 3 of them with no help whatsoever. Thank you.
That was impressive. Do you remember by any chance how they were brought to life?
I don't. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
It was because our dear friend Kopnos read a message
Mm.
that was
Mhm.
written in Leonin on
Correct.
both of the headstones of Calamity
Yes.
and Sumer.
So it was his fault. And
Okay.
Mhm.
after dispatching the ghosts, we were like, all right, who knows Leonin? We determined that Sophia knows Leonin, but we don't know who else may know Leonin. We determined ourselves to head back to Barovia, where upon reaching the gate, things were held up and sketchy. We got to Sophia's place, and instead of like picking the lock, we decided to Santa Claus it. Brand Santa Claus his way inside through the chimney and eventually let us in, to which we discovered that the house is empty. Sophia is nowhere to be found, and the books I believe that she was studying are missing. Sort of stopped the individual knocking on the door, and we met John Sexman. Can you put his artwork up?
I can sure do that. Yes, I
John
can.
Sexyman.
That's
John
definitely a name
Sexman.
for him.
Well, we don't know his name yet, so placeholder.
Fair.
And this gentleman apparently is looking for Sophia for some reason. There he is. Look at him.
Good job, Darky Arts.
Yeah, good job,
Yep.
Darky Arts. Good art here. And so that's where we left off with this mysterious, handsome stranger and a missing friend.
Who may or
That-
may not
that
have a
is
broken
correct.
nose. We haven't
Monty, do you
confirmed
have
it yet.
inspiration?
No.
Now you do.
Boom. Inspiration.
You've got
And it's not hard.
inspiration.
Called
All
Just
right.
regular inspiration.
my muse.
And with that, let's jump back into Ravenloft.
Yeet.
Robin Loft?
Ravenloft.
Red
Ramen.
You know if the music is
I
too
was
loud.
thinking about
What is that, like an American ad or something?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a burger place.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Red Robins.
Do
You don't
you?
have the commercial though, yeah.
Oh, well, the commercial might have been American. but
Lame.
Good.
I thought Burger
I-
King was
if I-
the fast food burger joint of the.
If I ever
Campaign.
open a D&D inspired restaurant, I am gonna name. There it is.
It's amazing. You show the art, you get a token.
Amazing. There it is.
The
in
number
smaller
of blue
form.
tokens has increased to a level I am not comfortable with.
They're different shades of blue. Also, they're not all blue.
I count 4 blue tokens right now.
That is
so.
incorrect.
Sounds like you should have been blue.
Daboo-dee, daboo-die. Thank you, Mark.
I always thought the
Requiescat in
lyrics
pace,
was-
my mood.
I always thought
Alright,
the lyric
alright,
was
go
"I'm
ahead, do
blue.
your
If I
intro,
was
Bosco.
green, I
I'm
would
so
die."
sorry.
Okay, so where we picked it, approached by the Echo, which, by the way, Copnos, if you don't remember from last time, surprised you that he was able to recognize that it was your Echo. He kind of stabbed it knowing it wasn't you and didn't attack you when you did it the second time and switched places. So that's interesting. And do you remember the thing that he said to you?
I do not.
He said, "It seems you're looking for Sophia as well." And that's where we ended the session. You were also very
Yes.
curious about his accent.
Yeah. Could I do like a roll or something to see if it's Barovian or?
Absolutely. And I'll give you advantage because you're checking 2 languages or 2 accents that you know very well. Give me, I'll let it be, oh boy. Insight doesn't seem like it would fit. History.
Oh,
Well,
What a
all
start.
right. We're off to a spicy start.
His accent is exactly the same as yours. Although, with that history check, give me a free insight check. You have
There
to
it
roll
is.
very high because it's a native tongue of yours. As good as he is, you can already tell it's put on. He's not native.
Who are you?
What would you like to call me, Copnos?
Eyes narrow.
His voice also.
He just sort of leans forward. Why are you looking for Sophia?
Because I need to speak to her.
We don't know where she is.
I have a hunch. He's going to attempt to step around you and walk away.
We need.
You see him turn to you. Shouldn't you? Brand, you opened the door, right? And Grimhar was ready to charge out.
If things got hostile. Okay.
It's muffled, but you can hear it. So you can open the door or leave it closed. It's your prerogative.
Not like hostile. Is that okay, or do you guys want
yeah.
to stay hidden?
Oh, I thought you were asking me. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
I think that's okay.
yeah,
go
I was
for
gonna
it.
say we should probably like announce ourselves as best we can.
As the door creaks open, Grimharl and Brand, you instantly notice his head snap back towards the door and then back to Copnos. He has uncanny hearing or rolled really well. One of the two, you're not really sure.
I'm gonna just gently clop, 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 and just lean up against the side of the wall. Just kind of watching the situation.
To the corner, watching.
I will stand in the doorway with my crossbow.
I will back up my orc friend.
By stabbing him in the back. No.
No, I like Bran.
And you know much about me.
Pretty much since you got here.
Seem to have me at a disadvantage then.
You should get used to it. You see him smile a little bit. And you see says the Blue Water Inn.
Have I heard of this?
Give me a
Place.
history check.
History. 6.
Well.
You've heard of a lot of places, but at the very least, you know that's probably not in Barovia, which is what you're most familiar with.
Don't follow. Where is this Blue Water Inn?
Head north to Vallaki. You'll find it there. Make sure no one follows you.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, Bosco.
Hey, Mark.
Time for one of my infamous weird questions again.
Yeah, by all means.
Hooray!
Does this guy smell human?
Give me. I guess it'd be a perception check, and if you want to smell him, it'd be with advantage.
23 both sides.
Holy shit.
I like to imagine just Wahakeda just like growing out of the ground, just leaning over the guy going, and then
You
descending
smell
back into the
different
ground.
when you're
Something is off about his scent. He does smell human, but something triggers you to be like, what else is there?
It's nothing familiar.
Not that you're familiar with.
Okay. I will wait to share that information with everybody else.
The way I see it, you have two choices, Kapnos. I can tell you where I think Sophia is, or you can deal with the pumpkin.
What does Najak have to do with any of this?
He's been very nosy. I'm curious
Sir.
what he might be up to.
Do I hear
His-
that?
All of you, yeah, the door's open. All of you hear
Okay.
this.
His associate, believe he was on a horse last time we saw him. Some strange mounted hunter. He was snooping around. Some grave sites.
You saw the Reaper and lived to tell the tale. I'm impressed, Kapnos.
Nothing to be impressed about. He fled as soon as he saw us.
As he is apt to do without his friend. I believe Sophia went to go see her friend.
Obviously, it's not nearby, but the direction you would have to head to go that direction.
How about we make a little bit of a deal, Kapnos?
Sort of crosses his arms.
I will look into what Sophia has been up to.
He'll crane his head and look.
Oh, so you're
You're-
approaching me.
Yeah. I see the orc wants to talk. All right, fine, orc man.
I
You
do-
approach them talking.
Hi there. I do. By the way, Ray Cool, by the way, holds out a hand.
I
For the
know
guy.
who you are, Raykul.
My reputation precedes me.
He shakes your hand.
I'm curious, you didn't tell him about us when you were in the inn, did you?
Us?
Ooh, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
You see him looking directly into your eyes.
Okay, Bosco, sorry, I'm lost. What?
I
So
know
he's-
exactly.
He's asking if you told Jack anything at the bar.
About him. Think about it. What was Jack asking?
What was
about?
Jack looking for?
About. I didn't tell him that much. He said he was looking for big ravens. But I kind of told him to fuck off because I didn't trust him.
You see him smile in the bar.
Yeah.
He was looking for big ravens, but he was looking
Mhm.
for more than one.
Mm-hmm. That there's history between him and Raycool.
No,
I think
implying that there's
he's a
history
big-
between him and Jack, maybe, and he was wondering if Jack got any extra info on him.
I
from
see. Okay.
Means, and I'll give you advantage.
I'm always looking at the
Wasn't there a guy
skies.
last week that turned into a raven?
24.
I think we saw a giant raven following us, but
We've seen a couple.
Yeah.
Why, Hecata,
Yeah,
you see
I think
you see two ravens, one perched up on top of the roof right above you, and one across the street on another building.
a hard
If
guess.
if you think Grimharl would put it together and you've put it together above
let me,
game,
let me,
you have.
let me check Grimharl's intelligence. That'll determine it. Okay, I have average intelligence. Grimharl will kind of spew what we've been hearing about a were-raven, perhaps.
He kind of looks over Raycool towards Grimharl,
not hard to do. Ray's kind of
It's-
short for a
yeah.
Saurian.
and you hear back in your own voice, "That is what I have heard."
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, I'm aware of something too. I'm aware orc.
Oh, I've seen your kind before.
Is that what I sound like? My voice is really low.
Ray kind of holds his jaw and he's like, "What do you want us to do?" That's a good question too.
That is the part that I'm trying to figure out.
Perhaps a better question is why we should trust you with matters relating to Sophia Miklos.
You shouldn't. But if you have a better plan, you're welcome.
While we handle the Pumpkin King. That requires us to put a fair bit of trust in you, a man who has yet to give us his name.
Consider this a mutual trust exercise.
That would require equal standing. You know of us. We know nothing about you.
A token of good faith would be nice.
He's
For
going to point.
The fact you even have that card should be trust enough.
All right.
Can see no other way around this. So, suppose we have no other options.
We do, but it seems it is not up to me.
You see him start to walk towards you, Waihikeda.
Oh.
She, up to this point, has been kind of leaning fairly casually against the corner, but as he approaches, she stands, not fully threatening, but to her full height all the same.
If I have offended you, or made you cautious of me, I figured you, of all of your compatriots, would understand what it's like to keep a secret.
Disparage secrets. But you and your ilk are an unknown in my woods. That causes alarm.
And yet we have never brought harm to you or Drums, and you will get your answers.
And he's going to start to walk back towards Kopnos.
And I stab him. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
By all means, you want to roll some initiative? I would love to do this.
And Capnosh just. So do you want us to? And Ray just takes a thumb from one side of his neck and crosses it to the other side of his neck, or do you just want him to leave you alone?
If you think you can eliminate him, by all means. But no, information is fine. Play his game, do what you must.
I don't want to play his games. I really don't.
I know, that's why I'm going the other direction.
Ray wags a finger at him like, "Well played, sir. Well played."
And he will start to walk. And Waihikeda, you will watch both of the ravens fly off into the air as he walks towards the exit of the city. And you now have that card. I would write down the name of that inn somewhere.
I already
The
did.
Blue Water Inn.
Yes.
Yep. And it's in Valaki, which I am familiar with.
You are. So you would know how to get there when you guys need to.
I miss the waterfalls and rivers of the jungle. Mhm.
Jump.
You know
fighting
Madagascar when all
hordes
the
of people.
penguins like end up in like Antarctica and they're like, pretty cool too. gold.
This place once.
haven't slept in 2 days.
Hate is gonna look at you when you say that, and for a moment, listen, leaves you be.
Yeah. Oh.
If we are to leave, perhaps we should do so quickly. That man brought with him 2 birds, and if I...
Right. But we need to close the house.
Oh, I had a feeling.
The same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Try to find the pumpkin. So you're gonna lock up the house?
I mean, I don't want to rob Sophia, so I got nothing.
I already took a claw.
Yeah, we
already took this claw.
did.
Before I lock up though, I'll leave her a note that says we're basically out and about.
Her key.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, since we're gonna be moving through a town, is it possible for me to buy crossbow ammunition?
If you would like to find a store, you may absolutely try.
Okay, I have 10 gold
Oh, boy.
from my starting money.
Big.
Sure. So I think Brad just sort of comes up to Grimharl and I pull this sort of bolt quiver off of my back and I'm just like, this is almost empty.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I just kind of like shifty eyes around, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do that?
Where do you buy weapons around here?
That is a question for Capnos, not for me. Listen, I've been living, and I grab Brand by the shoulders. I have been living in the cave with wolf people for way too long. There's like a weird like blush marks up here on the cheeks. Well, a soldier should always have that. Anyway, I don't know where you can buy things. Go talk to Capnos, and I give you a little smack on the butt.
Go get him,
Good hustle out there.
Go get him, kid. You're in.
He's being handsy today.
Capnos, I beseech thee, my...
I don't mean to deflect. I have no idea where to shop here, and you live in this town. I'm sorry, Connor.
Well.
You would know that.
Question: wouldn't Sophia's house have like?
To see that man who said all those wonderful things about her, maybe she'd still be here with some ammo. That'd be weird.
So it's Grimharl's fault.
Okay,
I would
listen,
never. Hold on.
motherfuckers.
Hold on. That's mean. I would never insinuate that. Anyway, so since we don't have the arrows that we're going to be here, do you want to check the blacksmith that you know about, Copnos?
Oh,
Sure. Well, let's
Awesome.
go.
Why is it gotta
Let's
be
all
black?
go to the blacksmith.
He's not. He's like gray.
Then why
Just
don't we
like
call him
me.
Graysmith?
All right, would you like to go see the?
I'm looking at the camera like I'm on The Office.
Just the slow turn and pan zoom.
All right, so you run into a Goliath. No, that totally isn't creepy at all when you look inside to see all of the patrons just on one of his anvils as he seems to be shaping another long sword. Ping, ping, ping.
Greetings.
I'm holding my bolt quiver in one hand. I sort of shake it a little. Like the bolts rattle around in there.
Do you need
My-
a strap for your quiver?
No. Buckets and slowly pulls out like 10 coins from different places. And he sort of just puts them out. How much will this get me?
You see him go into the back, and there's like a barrel of arrows. You see him pluck out one for every gold piece that you have.
That's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I will exchange 10 gold for 10 crossbow bolts.
Wow.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
So Copnos would know that there is no other weapons place remotely close. So you know this guy kind of does that.
Yeesh.
Yeah,
Well, he's got the market cornered.
he sure does.
The monopoly.
Mhm.
Capitalism wins again.
Yeah, it sure
Damn it.
does. Now, you don't have to get every single bolt, because you also do know you can get half every time you finish fighting. So it's up to you if
Yeah,
you want to
true.
spend it all.
You can't keep getting away with
Well,
it.
I get half of what I expended every time I fight, so it's like it does.
That's what I'm saying. You could. So
slowly
do you want to
deplete.
buy? Because I know you have 10, right?
I was at 9.
Okay. So do you want 9 extra?
I don't need gold.
Fair enough.
Money's a
Boom.
social construct.
Thank you.
Let me know how that works in about 19 more bolts.
I mean, you've stolen pretty much everything.
Let me know if you can shoot zombies with your
Well,
philosophical
let me offer you
inquiries.
this rare werewolf claw.
No.
Oh man! Oh man!
Capno just fucking turns his head slowly.
I'm sorry. What?
I'll
Oh
have to
man!
go to the blacksmith without Copnos to trade the claw.
Just for people who are watching at home that are freaking out, typically it's about 20 arrows per gold piece. This is
Yeah.
1/20th of that.
So expensive.
Yikes! Yep.
Capnos will actually reach to his belt and he'll unhook a strange, weirdly ornate looking hand axe and he'll hand it to you, Brand. Here, just in case you need it.
How much for this?
How many bolts will this get me?
You see him push the barrel in front of you.
That's a lot of bolts. I'll hang on to this for when I empty out. I'll put it on my belt.
Oh man!
Adding expensive hand axe to my inventory.
Expensive hand axe. There you go. What's so special about it? Copnos gave it to me. It's worth a lot to me.
That's sentimental value.
Yeah. Have you ever seen an orc without a bludgeoning weapon? No, they have 2 fists at all times. My point exactly.
Yeah. Bosco, question.
Answer.
How busy have the streets been lately? Has it been a normal amount of busy? People coming and going
It has
and
been
stuff?
more busy than you guys are used to, but busy for this town is a couple people on the street.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's about the extent of what it's been since you've been in town.
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna look to the party. So, with meeting the Pumpkin King, and also I'm gonna perception check around looking for the Pumpkin King, just in case, I don't know, he pops out and is eavesdropping on us. Can I?
Are you
perception-
trying to summon him or are you trying to look for him?
You know what? For shits and gigs, can I like lift up a crate and just?
Give me a D100.
Oh, here
my
we
God,
fucking
here we
go.
Again.
Listen, let
69.
me check.
Let's go. Give us 69.
So
Do it.
basically, Ray Cool's gonna be like, okay, before we deal with the Pumpkin King, and he's like, oh, wait a minute, and then he goes to lift up a crate. 39.
Nothing happens.
Okay, good. He's not here. Okay, so before we deal with the Pumpkin King, what do we want to do? Do we want to just go up and murder him, or do we want to play his game?
I don't believe we could murder him like that.
I
if we
like
tried.
murder.
I just
Murder is illegal.
self-defense, though. is not.
Oh,
Self-defense is really a thing that is possible.
It's
No,
No, we
premeditated
orcs
self-defense.
love
You're good.
raiding.
Premeditated self-defense.
Premeditated self-defense.
Listen, between all of us, I like to be supportive and believe in our ability to be great. I don't think we can kill him.
My sentiments exactly. I don't think we could either, so...
Who
But
is
we
this
could-
guy? And
It seems to have culminated in the form of a crazed pumpkin.
Mr. Copycat Voice Guy, he just wanted information, yes?
As did the Pumpkin King.
What could we say to the Pumpkin King? What information could we give him that he would want? All we could tell him is like, oh, we've seen ravens around.
I could tell him my tragic backstory.
I'm sure he would love that. He seems to really enjoy tragic backstories. And I look at the camera like I'm on The Office.
God damn it, Monty.
He also likes poking into people's brains. Ray taps his temple.
I believe.
If he can read our minds, though,
He'll know we.
Believe we could convince him of a lie anyway. We do
Yeah.
not know what it is he wants or why he seeks them out.
The
But if we are to
strange-
find him with any hope of escaping, we should give him what he wants.
That being said, it is very strange that the Were Ravens even have want of us to go see him.
Maybe the were ravens want us to die. Maybe this is a trap.
Nation is the greatest tender in these lands.
Tender.
Chicken tender.
God. Ah.
Fair enough. Just, I don't know if I trust these were ravens, and I know I don't trust the Pumpkin King. So this
Well.
sucks. Ray throws up his arms.
Perhaps we just need to know how to play the game.
Playing your
Maybe.
cards right.
Maybe if Jack is a good sport, we could get the information we want without the trade. And perhaps we could earn it.
Only
Thought
one
has
way to
just-
find out.
A thought has just occurred to me.
Mhm.
I believe we all should take stock of the cards we received from Madame Ava.
Who's checking their card?
I'm gonna
I
check
am.
for my Raven card.
I mean, yeah. why
Monty,
is that too?
what card?
Cool.
Is-
What about the Dark Lord?
Oh yeah, that's ever ominous.
Do I still have the horseman?
Ignore that.
Oh shit! Sorry, I meant to let you. How do I give that to you? Sorry.
Raven are
And the Raven are
gone.
gone.
I'll check
Connor.
mine.
Yours is still there.
Oh, the charlatan.
All right.
Okay. Well, I guess we're on our way to see a charlatan.
If that is indeed his role.
Is there a barrel nearby?
Oh,
Barrel?
Yeah.
There were some barrels by the Graysmith.
I walk over to the nearest barrel and I grab the top of it and I say, Pumpkin King!
Will you stop that? I'm gonna
He-
smack you upside the head.
I thought that
He pops in and out and like around places. I don't know how he works.
We do know where we last encountered him.
And I think
I
that's where we
see.
have to go.
I say we go there.
Then if we are ready.
She kind of looks with a very long, unblinking stare towards Brand.
But now, is everybody good? If we must,
I'm okay to short rest for an hour.
We could
I mean,
Hell
I'm
nah.
good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
short a
don't
couple.
need
So there's no
Yeah.
point. I'll have to rely on other things in my kit, so to speak.
It's a good thing
Alrighty.
you can punch really hard.
Yeah. What if I hit it really, really hard?
Hit it very hard.
DPS slowly. More slowly. More dots.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Well,
I guess we head
I
out.
will- Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Unless we want to, do we want to do a short rest, or do we want to just?
I would only get like 5 HP back.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
good.
roll. You can roll a number of hit dice, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you need
Hmm.
if you need a lot of HP, you can do that on a short rest.
I'm missing like 5 or 6 HP. I'm good.
I've been worse.
Let's go.
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Okay.
All right.
Then we will start heading in the direction of whence we last saw the Pumpkin King.
Aw, snap.
Crackle
You all realize as you make your way on the long winding road out of Barovian up towards where you last remember the Pumpkin King being, you will have to exit the gates of Barovia.
Oh god damn it. TSA again.
You
Listen,
approach-
I'm a huge nerd, so just let me through, okay? I'm not a threat.
And as, but is Grimharl a
promise
huge nerd?
all these electronics
No.
don't make a bomb. I promise.
Oh
Just take
boy,
my
yeah,
word
that's what you
for
should
it.
say. As you guys make your way towards the gates, you notice the two at the top of either tower, one on each side, and you see two directly in front of the gate, spaced out about 5 feet apart. All of them are wearing the same kind of civilian clothing, with the top have bow and arrows. You do not see the fifth person, who is the captain.
Hmm.
And as you guys approach, they don't seem to move until you decide to go near.
Your business.
We're going out.
To where?
So there was you had a location, not a name.
Yeah, but
Two.
Hold on a second. Let me read
Pull
my
out a
journal.
road map.
Why, Hakeda, you specifically remember it was a town that shouldn't exist. When you were told the location,
Yeah.
you're like, there's nothing there.
But I'm trying to remember where specifically it was that we were told, where I was like, there's nothing there, but then we got there and there wasn't.
Got
there.
it. It was,
What-
you know,
what
it
would
was,
be the nearest thing.
you would know it would be north of this gate.
Me pull out my paper. Oh no!
Oh no!
So horrible.
No.
Why Hakeda just starts writing. Why Hakeda, where did you get that paper? I got it from. And she
You're a
just-
single
just-
Oh
tear
no, I
runs
can't
down
believe
your
she's
face.
loading.
It's mine.
Thanos
I
together.
made it.
North. We're looking for a town that does not exist.
You see both guards. The gates start to open.
Good answer. Good answer.
No whammies, no whammies.
And as you guys begin to move through the gate, the guard that you were talking to says, "Good luck."
Off, man.
Oh no.
They've never shown this much emotion before.
I know.
Throwing me off, man.
That was nice of him, Grimharl, to wish you good luck.
Yeah,
It's the first time they've
nice.
ever done that. All right, so as you guys walk through the gate, you hear behind you.
Oh, that cloud looks like.
Here we go again.
Hold on, wait, let me roll a die in the background randomly. No, you definitely still don't see anything. Totally.
That cloud reminds me of Gishath. Oh.
There's no reason I had to roll that at all.
Oh no.
Let's see. All right. Was there anything you guys wanted to do on your way to the town?
Sing a song, it's a travel song when
No.
you got to go somewhere.
99
That's the
bottles of
funniest
mead on the
getting
wall.
Oh my god, I wish I had my harmonica. Oh, it's buried somewhere, damn it. Oh,
It is. It's so nice. So as you guys head to the north to be kings, and it's tiring. It's a lot of looking at trees. I assume you're taking the roads.
That one also looks like Hakeda.
You're just
Those are
staring at Why
trees.
Hakeda.
Oh.
And we all wonder why Hakeda turned on the party in episode 17. All right.
It would be
A-
17.
As you, yep, 17. As we to see a familiar misty shimmer in front of you, probably about 1,000 feet in front. However, you see what looks like the misty outlines of a town beginning to form. And as you guys get closer and closer, the four of you that have been here before see similar visages of people that you know or used to know also on these pikes, whereas you, Brand, see the heads of your orc tribe.
Oh no.
Each one stacked on one of these spikes. One by one by one. Yes, Mark.
I guess we probably should have warned him about that.
We didn't. Good job.
Nobody
everybody.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
buddy.
as you look at this horrifying visage, your compatriot seems somehow stonewalled to it. You don't know how they're able to do it with this grotesque visual.
This, honestly.
I don't want to be that guy, but I gotta ask, does his exhaustion affect that?
It's a saving throw, so not yet. I believe that's on his 3rd level of exhaustion.
Yeah, on 3rd level, it starts to affect saves.
It's thinking about it.
Do a charisma save.
Yeah, just roll me a d20 with your charisma.
Okay.
Or do a charisma save. That'll work too. Calderon, they couldn't be here. That's impossible. This is stupid.
I'm just going around, I'm waving my arms at, like, the visions. I'm like, joke's on you! The fortune teller told me you're not real! None of this is real!
Brand, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh dear.
I'm really getting sick of that fortune teller.
Oh,
You've
hello?
never heard this voice before.
Who's there?
You all hear him call. You call out like to people.
Yeah.
You all hear Brand calling. I have to do this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fun.
All right. Who
Aw,
wants something
shit.
from Burger King?
Oh shit.
Brand.
Here we go again.
Brand, as you enter this town, it's like you can't see through them, but they don't appear to completely physically be there. A very low level of mist seems to run across up to about your ankles. You don't see much of a ground, just the visualization of a ground, like you're in virtual reality. You see a large church with a steeple in the center of town, and what looks to be a couple of headstones all the way in the back as you look straight down the first road. You also see some large houses to the south, some that rise higher than others, and you see much smaller rows of houses all the way towards the end of a road, which eventually leads out of town. There's also a path heading directly south. Every tree in this place, as Y Hakeda, I'm sure, could have told you, is dead and rotting, but also not completely there.
I'm just gonna look around. Whoever you are, I love what you've done with the place.
Oh,
You don't seem to get a response
Did
back.
that tree just move? What the
yeah,
fuck?
the tree moved.
You're not really sure. Anybody want to give me a perception check?
Ah.
Come on.
I saw.
13.
Oh, 6.
22.
Man.
Grimharl and Copnos, that tree moved.
Can I cast explosion on the tree?
Nothing.
You cast explosion on the tree.
Nothing
Yeah, I just
for
wanna
me.
blow it up.
Sure.
Oh yeah, well, Hakeda got 22, by the way.
The tree didn't seem to move for you.
What?
Hmm.
What's that?
Trees don't see other trees.
How dare you?
So, was there a direction the voice was coming from, or was it just?
It was in your head.
Okay. I'm gonna walk forward to this crossroads.
I am going to grab your shoulder before you step too much further. This
Yeah, I
is
remember
a
what happened
place of illusions. Do not let your eyes or mind wander.
Okay, are there any people?
Be cool.
My
I
God.
believe it is up to you.
Me? He hates me. Oh, okay, all right.
Don't worry,
Right.
we'll go together. I put my arm around Rayquel.
Oh yeah. Let's
Orcs
go.
in arms.
Orcs in arms. Yes, let's go. Ray will just cup his hands around his mouth and just shout out, "Jack!" Just any
I'm
response?
calling you out.
You don't get a response. Anybody who was here previously can give me an intelligence check. So everybody but Brand. Straight intelligence.
Intelligence.
4.
Nice.
11.
6.
Ray Cool.
Yep. Sorry, sheet is not scrolling. Wow.
Why Hakeda? You're somehow the only one that remembers this. The
Yeah,
last time you were here, nothing seemed to happen until you entered buildings. And you remember that it was one
The
specific
church.
building that seemed to trigger everything.
Wait, didn't we didn't see him until we left the church though, right? Like when we
Correct.
were in the graveyard?
Correct. You remember
So-
you walked into the church, that's when everybody had their visions, and then you were in the church, and then you walked out to the back.
Is the only way to the back through the front?
No. You could easily walk around the church.
Okay. Let's head to the graveyard first, because if we can avoid going in the church again, that would be great.
I don't want to go in the
Yeah.
church again. I don't want Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm moving my token there, but I assume we're moving as a group.
Okay. As you guys move towards the graveyard by going around the building this time, you see very familiar headstones to the ones that were there before. However, there is a new headstone that is here.
Oh, fuck me.
Anybody who wants to will look, and they will see the name Calamity written on it.
I don't. Never mind.
What a weird name.
Okay, listen, boys.
That's like naming someone Hurricane.
You should keep.
Oh! Are there any other friends of yours buried here?
Anybody want to give me a perception
Good
check?
question, actually.
The
Yeah,
answer
go ahead, Cop
is
Nose.
maybe.
The answer may surprise you.
What were you gonna do,
Here I
Cop Nose?
go.
I'll just look at the names of the other tombstones.
You don't recognize any of the other names specifically. However, you do see one tombstone with question marks written on it.
Now this is strange.
Okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you had names before you maybe did something.
Listen.
Listen.
You're very uncomfortable in this
Ex-
graveyard. Yeah.
Who was examining the grave with the question marks?
Cop Nose.
I'm gonna walk up behind Copnos and go, there could be anyone under there.
You hear a voice in your head. It could even be you.
It could even be me.
Oh my god, damn it, they're multiplying. I hate this.
This is gonna turn into like a Dio situation where you dig up the grave and then you're in the grave suddenly. What just happened?
Are the rest of you getting mind voices?
No.
No.
I pull out my gun.
What? Church is haunted.
What?
Church is haunted.
God. You're hearing voices in your head.
Yeah, they're responding to the things I'm saying. They're very comical.
Hey Jack, why don't you talk to all of us? Ray looks around.
Nothing.
See, it doesn't work when you do it.
It's right. I don't like him.
He doesn't like you. It was a reference that I wouldn't say that in character.
Wow. Okay.
I was about to be like, but we're
No, it was a Star Wars quote. It doesn't matter.
He's too far gone, and I just cock the gun and aim.
What is a Star Wars? Like people fought over stars? That's so dumb.
I was always
Yeah.
a big fan of Luke.
Oh no! Please, my
But
brain
yeah,
will
I'll just,
actually
I'll
melt
just
if
say,
we-
he doesn't
nice
like
reference
you.
there, Bosco.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Perhaps you should
Bran, you
offer
heard that in
him-
your head. Okay, we're good. We're all
Yeah.
caught up.
Perhaps you should offer him what you want to give him.
What do we want to give him?
That was
Information.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want information?
I love information. Yes.
He loves information. Ravens.
Oh, excellent. I'm in the church. Come talk to me.
Okay. I start walking towards the church.
No, I grab him by the scruff.
God damn it!
Friend, let me stop you right there.
He's in there. He says, come in there, we'll talk.
I don't necessarily know if that is a good idea.
Well, it's just a church. Nothing bad happens in the church in the presence
Oh.
of God.
Everybody,
Everybody.
cold.
Everyone
Plenty,
looks.
but plenty
Every-
of bad things have happened under the watch of the eyes of gods. That's why I don't believe in
I
them.
I literally I imagine everyone just turns and looks at the camera instantly at the same time.
We're gonna have to go in there, huh?
I know we're going to have to go in there.
Maybe we should all just jump in at the same time so we don't get separated, maybe?
That did not work last time.
I think if me and Ray jump in together, because he likes me and he doesn't like you, so it'll even out.
You know,
Point of all of this.
He has the upper hand, and he knows it.
I guess we gotta go into the church. Who's first?
I go into the church.
Oh God.
Oh God,
Brand.
I take my eye off of him for a second.
I look down and the child leash is cut.
Yeah, and the
just like a dotted line
the party
pointing where he
accepted,
used to be.
okay, we're gonna have to go in there. I'm gone.
Brand,
Just slow motion. No.
Brand, as you walk into the church, you open the door, and as you step in, the door seems to close behind you.
Ooh,
You notice on your right there is an altar. There's a little bit of dried blood on it, along with some papers. There are rows of pews, what you assume would be the front door since you came in the back.
I'm gonna have a look at those papers.
Go for it.
Are they written in Common, Orc, or Abyssal?
They are written in common.
Okay, I read them.
So the first page says, I see you.
Ooh.
And it has an arrow pointing next to you.
I look behind me.
Whoa.
You notice you're the only one in here.
That is
I look
too
back
far.
at the page.
It still has the arrow pointing that direction.
I turn the page around.
King just sitting down, just oh damn, well played. I can't even be upset.
Hey, no, Monty! And as you turn it upside down, you turn to your left, you see him standing there. Well, that's not nice. A pumpkin head dressed in black and orange, kind of like a tank top, and then he's got a hood up over his pumpkin-like shape. Any place where you see exposed skin, it looks orange, but he mostly has elbow pads, various belts. He has obviously the hoodie, and then he's also got pants and boots on.
How do you do, fellow adventurers?
All right, so you must be the Pumpkin King.
That indeed I am, and you must be Calamity.
No, they're outside in the graveyard.
What? Oh, right. They didn't. Oh.
Yeah, I'm Brand the. I shake his hand.
He shakes your hand.
So the others should be on their way.
Did they not get the
next? I'll go next.
Yeah, my fellow orc is about to come in. I think we were going to go in together.
You should stand back.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I know this is coming.
Uh,
So Ray looks
Yep.
at the party, shrugs, and then just knowing bad shit's about to happen, goes into the church.
You watch.
Oh, you bastard. Reflect.
Face first into the floor.
Just ah!
I do appreciate that
You got
your
him!
mic arm
You
has
got
so much vibration to your mic arm that we just got a hollow echo noise as you hit the floor.
Cool. I'm glad that worked out.
Oh, Ray, did you have a nice trip?
Yes.
I guess I'll see you next fall. Nah.
Ray
Good one!
Ray straightens his crooked horn, just like
Thank you. And forget
that,
you.
That was the endearing form of bastard. I swear a lot. I'm sorry. I head outside the church,
Sure. Yeah.
I walk.
I'm going to pull out my card
Okay.
before I walk in, and I'm going to intentionally keep it in my hand where I can see it as I enter the church.
Okay.
I just
As you
like
enter the
visual,
as you
I
enter the
want-
church, you are still holding onto your card.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nervous.
Do I see them holding their card as they walk in?
You would.
She's not hiding it.
I'm gonna pull out my card.
All right. You pull out your card.
Says apparently that's in my mind, in Brand's mind, that's just what we're doing now. We're doing cards.
Cobnos, as you walk in, you see Ray kind of dusting himself off, Grim Harl with the "I'm so done with this already" look, and you see on his brand smiling, also holding their card as you walk in.
Well,
Are we playing 20 questions or?
you were looking for giant ravens, yes?
I was.
Past tense now?
Well, I've been busy, and I thought you'd be willing to help me, Ray, but apparently I was wrong. Didn't you have fun last time?
No.
Shut up, you.
Okay.
It was interesting to fight myself.
Thank you.
I'll give you that.
This one understands, and he points to Brand.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm kicking
Thank
myself
you
while sitting on top
again.
of you.
Now, what do you want?
Did we get and this is me asking above game, did we get a name for the Raven faction?
You sure
We did not.
He said, "Call me what you'd like," and nobody called him anything.
for the faction.
That name, if you don't find it before I did.
find
Give me 1
it,
second. I believe I have it bookmarked.
What?
I
Ray will
have a
just say,
note
what?
that says organization that uses large ravens. I don't think you gave me a name.
Yeah, I don't think I gave you you didn't get the actual name of them, but you know that they are an organization.
Yeah.
And I just found the name, and I don't think I told it to you.
Well,
Do they have a union? Do they have dental?
That's a great question. You should ask them when you eventually, if you make it to the place.
Ray holds up 2 fingers. 2 things. Are you looking for giant bird-shaped ravens or one giant humanoid raven?
Do you know ravens that don't look like birds?
Yes, we do. We met one.
What do you mean you met one?
He said he was a were-raven.
That's what...
He had like a beard, black hair, kind of middle-aged
He had
man.
a crooked nose. He looked kind of like I tried to turn into an orc version of the guy.
Oh, I'm going to tear his head off! All right.
Do you know
we're
who
good.
he is?
We're good. We're having a good time. What's the other thing you wanted to tell me?
That,
Great! Awesome! Glad we had this talk.
I'm actually blanking. Shit.
Was it the thing about your dead not dead friend?
Wait, you're dead not... Wait, he's alive?
Did you ever meet Sumer, Pumpkin King?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I saw him recently, yes, but that's what I was asking about.
How
You-
recently?
Oh.
He sure
Yeah,
did.
Eddie said a couple
Can
days
I
ago.
insight
Son?
that?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I
19.
totally brain farted there. I was
No,
like,
you're good. He
Gonna pull a Gaijin Goomba and say, insight?
Go ahead. Anybody who would like
I
to.
love it when Gaijin says it like that.
15.
Both of you get the sense that he's telling the truth.
Where
What?
did you see him?
Just
What did
outside
he-
of my town.
Did he say anything?
No, he looked very determined and pissed off. Oh, that Oh, I just put it together.
Put
You just
what
put-
together?
Oh, don't worry about it. That's for me to know and for you to find out.
Hey,
You remember the big, crazy mage person?
yes.
No.
Pretty sure he's going to kill them.
Gotcha.
Wait, the big mage person, the person who killed Calamity, yes?
Yes!
Wait, he's still alive?
Oh, God, yes.
Wait,
What?
so above game.
I staked
above
him.
game. Hold on. Above game, I think we knew that.
You guys did kind of know that.
We found that out, yeah.
Remember
We
how
put him to
Calamity said
sleep,
murderer?
essentially.
Now you know.
We put him to sleep, but we didn't kill him.
Oh my god.
So, in the corner, you just see Brand sort of counting on his fingers, and he's saying, "So your one friend by killing the guy who killed your friend. So that's a good thing?"
Likely not. Zaro gave us all a fair bit of trouble. I find it hard to believe Sumer would be able to handle him on it.
You can't just fucking cackle in the corner.
That's
Lol,
this character.
said the Pumpkin King, Lamau.
Basically.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
I'm really uncomfortable, but I'm trying to get something out of this encounter here.
Yeah.
16?
You cannot read him.
Mother...
He nat 20'd on you, buddy.
No, I believe it.
What if your other missing friend went with him? 2 missing friends. That would make.
I think we confirmed at the graveyard that
She would not have been able to beat us to the graves and leave without us knowing. Plus,
I mean, there was that guy who
graves.
can open wormholes. He can beat us anywhere, I think.
indeed, speaking of the grave,
Good idea.
You're acquainted
Where
with
is he?
him?
Can I do something? And I'm like, would you just... You're so good at suggesting ideas that might get you killed.
It's a talent, really.
well, duh.
What does he do? Even. No.
I refuse.
And oh, god damn it! Sorry about that.
Ghost motorcycle.
Ghost Rider.
Wow,
He just-
people really do come from all sorts of different worlds.
When did you get that? I miss my city. I miss my monster fam. It's probably that's the worst part about like not being in California anymore.
I don't miss California. It was way too expensive. Although I miss the Mexican food.
I mean, I grew up there, so
Me too, man.
it wasn't like I had a choice at the time. Oh yeah, Flustered Bun. I used to scare people a lot. There are some actually like really awesome pictures from like professional photographers who came through. There's like one of my favorites is one of the years I was sort of a jump scare wherein I would play on a piano and the piano was intentionally out of tune. I do know how to play piano, that's why I got this particular part. But I would play sort of jazzy waltz music while potentially one of the famous ghosts of the Queen Mary was dancing in the room. She kind of could come and go as she pleased, so sometimes I'd just be playing by myself. And when she was there, I would just let her do her own thing. But when she wasn't, I would be playing, and if people got like really comfortable with the idea of like, oh man, that guy's really good, or like, you know, sometimes you'd get compliments, but then I would slam on the keys and like jump at them. And we also worked in shifts. So my favorite ones were when I would jump at somebody and they'd freak out and they'd start to leave, and then my replacement would come in because my only way out of the maze was to follow to the end of the maze. So I'd catch up to the people that I scared and scare them again.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so good. And they'd be like, oh my god, he's following us. So there's one video on YouTube still of me walking up the hallway in character.
Oh.
And that's where I learned how to do like my banshee cries and stuff. So yeah, it was fun.
Hey, you guys want to see a picture of what we're about to do in the game?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I had to find it here real quick. I'm putting it in general. The cloud in the foreground is Grim Harl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
I think I'm the dude in the back with the sunglasses.
Everybody tag yourself.
I'm the dude with his hands up.
Yes,
The guy making the
100%.
pog face?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, let me, I'm gonna.
You got to show the chat. Show
Yeah,
the chat.
I'm
will.
gonna share it in live.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Show it in live, and I'll paste it in. There you go.
People are asking
There you go,
for the
chat.
video. Let's see if I can find it. If
That
I don't find it now,
that
I'll
clown
post
looks
it later
so-
someone can
he,
find it.
he looks so
Just by gravity, like that's how upset he is.
I mean, that's an impressive level of being pissed off. That
He's
your
also
hate could keep the
way
cigarette
too
in
buff.
place.
He's
Yeah.
way too buff.
no such thing.
Is he?
Yeah, for a clown?
Listen,
Clowns
sometimes
should
man.
not be buff.
He-
Clowns are even scarier.
what would like a body lifter clown, like what would be a good name for like a weightlifting clown be? Trying to think.
Mojo Pojo.
Mojo Pojo. See, so he had to be the clown for the circus, but he also had to be the strong man for the circus, and they just
No,
combined
no,
the
that's his
Aw.
brother, Mr. Smash'ems.
Oh, that makes sense.
Also, your story reminded me of the
pretend to be a
Detectives.
zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Isn't there,
miss
like,
that
a-
was something that we
a
did too,
raffle?
where at the start of the show they would open the gates to the Queen Mary, and so like we did what was called the money to get in. They stopped doing that though because too many people got hurt. So instead, they had the monsters crowd around at the front. So as people walked in, they walked past us. But that became a hassle because the people who had to be on shift first had to be there for that, letting people in and hang around for like 3 minutes and then book it to your individual mazes because they didn't want people waiting in line for too long. So, but yeah, I'm trying to find the video, guys. I'll share it with Monty, who can post it later.
Oh, Monty, check live.
Why?
Just do it.
Oh God, what have they done?
Zenlita did something.
Of course, Zenlita did. Oh my fucking God! Thank you, Zenlita.
Oh my God, it's Zombie Connor.
Me.
It you, but Zombo. Zombo.
Missed that
Zimbambo.
hoodie.
Being replaced too. There, I posted it in general. You guys can share it in the other Discord if you like, or whatever.
I will give it a watch.
I don't know where
after
Bosco
the
is,
show.
but
I'm right here.
do we want to do bits and sibs?
I'm right here.
Bits and sibs,
Bits and sibs.
butts and sibs.
Can you not hear me, Mark? Have I just been
I
I
not
can hear
talking?
you. I just
So-
we've been chatting about nothing, and I haven't heard bits and subs, so I wasn't sure.
No, you're good. I'm looking. Only thing I saw was Cosmosis45 with 100 bits saying, "Yo, Thero, do you still have any commission slots open? I have something for you."
Yeah, just find my email. Yeah, I
There you
only
go.
have like 3 slots filled right now, so
I see
I have
something
commissions
from-
open.
I see something from Zool the cat.
I got Burnout Vaughn with 100 bits saying, "So unrelated to the death pool and general heckling, I started my Tomb of Annihilation campaign this week, and now I know what it's like when Log from the Unexpectables is a permanent party member. I need a child leash."
Oh yeah, they have a little robot.
It's true.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have a little robot.
Ah,
like a
I see.
Zako Duo with 100 bits saying, "Carnival, you say," and then clown emotes, which is terrifying. Swag Girl with 100 bits. Here's a drop. Drop.
Cleric. Oh, and Caitlin C37's playing the little robot.
Yeah, I see 135. Wonderful job, and I'm excited to see what the carnival has in store.
I'm excited for this carnival.
Thank you,
too.
Zool.
Dragon Sun with 10 bits. Grim Harl isn't a bully.
All right, I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna do something, but then I gargled, so I'm done.
Yeah, that ruined everything. Volk, thank you for the bit. I had some bits I drop. Magic Ninja, 50 bits saying, "So, who's the little kid in that picture?" Flusterbone with 100 bits. I was saying that you're doing good with this, Bosco, and you're safe from me being a little shit for now. And Monty, check your Twitter in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
That's ominous.
I know, right?
Check your Twitter
Also,
in 20 minutes.
Monty, I just saw what you sent me, and I really hate it.
Yeah, right? I had to send it to you immediately. Also, I made a huge fucking mistake. I sent Kueter this picture, and I didn't realize there was fucking text, because I just saw the toilet and thought it was cool. And I
What?
sent him that.
Wait,
I just
what'd you
sent it to you.
What? Now you have to share in
Monty's
general.
Fine, I'm sharing it in general. I thought it was just a toilet, and then I copy and pasted the image and there's text.
I don't know what's happening anymore. All I know is we've got some bits, and Lita with a 200-bit drop. Of course, Grimharl's not Bull-E. She's not a cow-ard either.
I hate you. I'm gonna die.
Dr.
I don't like this
Caliban with 100 bits. Rest assured, Bosco, I am in no way judging you. Trust me. Mad Wombat Man with 100 bits. Happy Spooky Month. 45 bits from Joe Mojo. I have no room to judge. Volk with a bit. Copnos takes the card. Guess what spell I have prepared today. The exploding rune goes off in Copnos' face.
Oh no.
No.
Constable
Although,
Munn with 4
would be
bits.
appropriate.
Carnival food time. Worth the heartburn.
Oh, well,
Sure.
I just saw the Raycool cosplay.
Yeah.
It's
want that.
way cool.
That shit's so legit.
It's really good.
I've never had a character cosplayed. I've made it.
Me neither.
I love how they did the
Yeah.
horn on the forehead. That's
Okay,
so
but-
cool.
Mark,
Yeah, the horn
you've
is
had
really
like
cool.
anime characters that you've played that have been cosplayed.
I have not seen any of them.
Oh.
I've literally never seen a cosplay of any character I've ever played.
100 bits from
Now I
Burnout
feel
Much
bad.
like Bosco, I always judge. And Viridian Winter with 100 bits. Praise Oriara, and suck it, Morbash.
So true.
Yeah. You guys all ready to go?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go,
Let's
do.
As we're
All
getting
right.
started here, I'm just gonna load my pizza into the fridge. I'll be like 2 seconds.
Bye again, chat. If
I have
if
already
guys.
headphones. I can hear. It's fine.
if
Have a good-
Monty's feeling generous, she might share that video with you guys, or maybe not. Who knows?
no.
Who knows?
All right. Bye bye,
You guys,
chat.
you guys
I
feel that
love
earthquake
you.
just then?
Yeah, right.
I
All right.
felt an earthquake. All right, here we go. Let's see
Here
what
we
happens.
go.
What happened?
As the white light begins to fade from around you and your eyes start to catch some visage of land and mass to get your bearings,
Oh, I hate it.
you begin to hear this in game. You hear the sounds of music for the first time since you've been in Ravenloft, and it's weird. Wherever you're from, this is not what it sounds like where you're from. And as your eyes begin to adjust, you notice a large green field and a singular dirt path that seems to wrap around what looks to be a bunch of tents. Now, most of you are familiar with the tents that people would sleep in or use for housing. These are much more colorful. Some are purple. There are blues and reds. There's greens and oranges. There's different contraptions as well. There looks to be some kind of fish tank in the middle of it all. Some kind of large glass structure with a platform and something sticking out of the side of it. And as we do that,
Is Professor Screw Eyes around?
you will see in just a second. Welcome to the
boy.
carnival, folks.
Oh, I don't.
I want to go here.
Clown warning. Jesus. Oh, God.
You
Okay.
do see in the very bottom right-hand corner a massive tent with a clown head biting onto the top of it.
The
You
Coffin
also
King leading us?
you notice that there is a stand that is red and white. It seems to be just a small little stand. And above it, it says, "Welcome to Mad Jack's Nightmare Wonderland."
Great.
I don't like this.
I was ready for Welcome to Die.
Welcome to die.
Ray,
Well,
just
Brand?
out loud. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Is it everything you ever wanted?
This
Welcome.
place looks wonderful.
Now, you must die.
And as you look into that first tent, the red and the white one, very small, about 15 feet across, you look inside and you see a pumpkin-headed figure dressed in a carnival barker's outfit as he's kind of leaning on the stand and looking at all of you. Oh, I see we have some customers. Hello, folks.
Hello.
Ah, thank you. One of you. Excellent. This is going to be great.
Because Monty mentioned Madagascar earlier, I just had an image of like all the penguins and then the one dumb one that's just like, hello.
Yeah.
Brand.
Private. I love Private. He's so cute. Hello.
How many? As Ray's getting a ticket, how many different outfits do you have?
Oh, just wait and see. He hands you a ticket.
What does the ticket say?
It says take one. It's one of those generic carnival tickets that just says take one on it.
Ooh, I take a ticket.
You hand it, and then this one says take two.
Should I take two?
The next one says
take two what?
care.
I'm confused.
It says take two on it.
I see. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. Let's see if there's a pattern. He hands one to you, Grim Harl.
Say take 3.
It sure does.
Do you want to go last or next, Cop Nose?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I
wanted to give you the option.
Cop Nose, you are handed a ticket that says take 4, and Wahikeda, you are handed a ticket that says
take off.
Take 5.
Okay.
Seriously, Wahikeda, you should really relax. Oh, this is a tough crowd. All right, great.
Does the jazz song start playing?
No.
Have alcohol.
Jazz music stops.
So, welcome to Nightmare Wonderland. I hope you enjoy your stay. That ticket gets you access to all of the games here. Just be careful, a couple of them are new or out of order, so if something says don't go in it, don't go in it. Other than that, enjoy yourselves.
I want to insight that.
I was going to say the same thing.
Go ahead.
Oh. Okay.
Roll is super trusting.
Roll 20, my friend. I've defended you till your end.
Which is
when
now.
You fuck over Connor, I can't help but laugh. But could you please keep the natural ones from my path?
I mean, I'll just sit here. That's great.
I didn't realize you were a Disney princess.
I'm telling you.
She really is.
Indiscriminate.
Until you meet her.
What is
from Roll20?
That was a 13 for my insight, by the way.
I mean, it's the Pumpkin King. It's hard.
What does this purple tent say?
Yeah, what's on the front of the
That
tent?
says the VIP lounge.
Are we VIPs?
It's a large purple tent, and there seems to be a flap that allows you to push inside.
I go prone on the ground and I peek under the flap.
Oh my god.
You hear the sounds of.
Are there laser lights?
The system is down. The system is down.
God, yes. I was going to suggest the music from Afterlife and Mass Effect.
The music in there seems to be
much prefer-
self-contained to that tent, whereas you can hear the carnival music all around you. You're not even really sure how.
It looks like a real party in here, Reiko.
My party days are kind of over.
We're in a party right now.
They got a kind of music I ain't ever heard before.
Oh God.
You know that new sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this.
Well done.
Of all the things I was expecting to hear today, a Back to the
so
Future reference
happy.
is not one of them.
Ray pokes his head in.
As you poke your head in, you see a gentleman with very tall brown hair, almost like, if you can imagine, just somebody who slicked all of their hair almost straight up. They're wearing a shirt that says VIP across it in very gold and purple letters. And they are in what looks like dress pants. They are sitting, sipping a cocktail, and across from them on the other side of the lounge, on this other massive-looking couch, is a tiefling-looking fellow, very, very, very large, completely purple skin, 2 black horns. However, you notice something weird about these 2 individuals. The one on the left, you notice his skin is orange. And the one on the right, you notice very familiar red eyes on him.
Familiar red eyes
Mm-hmm.
on the tiefling.
Correct. Similar to, someone that might have been holding a scythe.
Oh. Ren, go the copyright infringement. Ren. I'm just joking.
Maybe don't go in the VIP.
What do I do? I'm kind of gobsmacked. This is like so out of nowhere.
No, Gobtober's on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Oh right. Sorry.
I don't know if we're VIPs or not.
Well, only one way to find out. I go in.
As you walk in, immediately the tiefling puts down his drink and goes, "Hey, what are you doing in here? Hey, you're not VIP."
Oh, sorry. How do I become VIP then?
How does he become? Hey, Wilson, you hit it. How does he become VIP? This guy.
I start laughing from outside of the tent.
You see the gentleman in the VIP shirt stand up and go,
Excuse you. First of all, if you want to be VIP, you have to be as good as Work Rate Wilson, which you could never do. So hit the bricks, lizard boy.
Bosco, I thought we agreed you wouldn't do impressions of me at the table.
Sorry.
What was the name he said?
Apparently he called this guy Wilson.
Huh. Okay. What's so great about this Wade Wilson guy?
Do you say that in character?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw random references at you, fucker.
Fantastic.
Okay, first of all, he wishes he was as good as me.
Good at what? Is he good at like, sports
good.
or?
Do you see that? Yes, I have a very good. I am the sports ball. I am the best at the sports ball. Do you sports ball?
I've dabbled in some ball games. Maybe
yeah,
we
well,
can
let's
play.
just say when it comes to sports ball, I'm the MVP of this place.
This is the human, right? The human.
That's the human guy. The tiefling is just sitting on the couch.
Now, question: is the orange human just Jack in disguise?
It would sure seem that way.
Well, tell you what. I'll play your dumb sports ball game, and if I win, I become a VIP, and if I lose, I'll never come in this tent again. How about that?
You know what? You're on, you little jerk. Put the hoop thing up. Beef, damn it. All right, I'm gonna take you to a place where they learn stuff.
All right, ladies first. I let him go.
Hey, Wilson, they call that a school.
Yeah, school you.
You see him pull off the shirt and throw it. He actually is he looks like he works out. He's pretty good looking.
Brand, hold this. Ray takes off his jacket.
What?
Oh,
Ray,
snap.
Did you just space jam us into a
We're
basketball
space
game?
jamming.
You know what the fuck is happening?
So, Ray, as you walk towards the back, you see what can only be described as 2 nets that separate 2 different machines. The machine on the left and the right are identical to each other. At the back, there seems to be this weird-looking board. There's like a square on it, and then there's a little, with the best you could tell, it looks like a hole with a net on it. And then there seems to be these round objects, orange in nature. They look similar to Jack's head, but they're not pumpkins. They have like black lines that go on them in a curved manner.
Why did they base this game off somebody really ugly?
Okay, first of all,
I smiled at the human.
Okay, smart guy, let's see what you got. You go first.
Then he hands you one of these round objects.
Okay. What do you want? Like a
Give
sleight of hand
me a just straight dex roll.
Straight dex roll. Oh shit, a 9. Fuck.
You throw the ball awkwardly and it just clangs off the back of the board.
I'm just warming up.
Uh-huh.
You see him throw it, and immediately he hits a different part of the board, and it banks off that square and goes straight through the basket. That is numero uno.
Did that look like it defied physics?
No, it looked like he just threw it and it bounced and it went through. It looked like it gets ricocheted.
Okay, all right. It's not over yet until the fat pumpkin sings.
I'm just peeking through the tent flap like he's getting eaten alive out there.
Ray does that trick where like he like lops the ball under his leg upwards.
Uh-huh.
And boop. Oh, fuck. I'm using my inspiration. Fuck this.
Okay, go for it. Roll it again.
Are you?
You're good at Dex!
Wow.
Oh my god,
Gabe,
it's all on the right side.
The problem
Roll
is
20.
the Dex modifier rolls are always significantly lower than ability checks because of the lack of proficiency bonus.
Still,
so-
I have a plus. Roll 20. Fuck you.
Would he be able to use athletics?
That's up to.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Thank you, oh merciful DM, for. Let's see. I'm better at acrobatics, but.
If you explain how you're gonna do it acrobatically, I will allow you to use it.
Can I let it sit on my shoulder and kind of like do like let it kind of like go from shoulder to shoulder on my back and then let it go down my spine to the tip of my tail and with like a swish of my tail try to get the ball into the basket.
I am very okay with that. That's
my God,
impressive.
he's Harlem Globetrotting.
Yeah. this is right up. Are you fucking? Are you?
So you flick it with your tail, and it's really impressive. The problem is you completely miss everything, and you see it hit the back of the tent.
Man, this game's...
What a nerd! And you see as he goes to shoot, you very annoyed at the fact that you've missed twice, tap the back of his calf with your tail as it comes back down, and you watch him. No, wait, that's a foul! Come on! And he clang hits the rim as he misses.
Ray's just whistling. I can't whistle on command. Yeah.
Lizards can't whistle. It's all right.
Yeah,
they don't have lips.
Yeah.
Give me another acrobatics check. This will be your final ball each.
This time I'll kind of like hacky sack it and like kind of like just like hacky sack it and then just bounce it in. Wait, that's a strength. Shit, fuck. God damn it.
I will let you keep that. Oh, never mind. You're still good. There you go.
All right.
So how do you do this?
So Ray will like basically balance it, not on his claws, but like on his toes and just kind of hacky sack it. And then with a quick sort of like spin, he'll like bump with his chest and like kind of like a soccer player and launch the ball into the thing.
Excellent. And you watch it go right through the center.
You know what? I am. I hate every lizard ever. It's so
bang, and you see him throw it angrily, and it clangs off the rim. Are you
You know, you should try like breath therapy. You know, take
sudden death. Shoot this
find...
ball.
You know, breathing. You know, being calm.
Shoot!
Really. Oh my God! Roll 20. You redeem yourself.
So you grab a second ball, and
can I start juggling and just fucking...
Yes, and as you're juggling, you elbow either ball, a la Jason Williams of the Sacramento Kings, and you
I don't
watch
know who that is.
It's fine. It's for me. It's really just for me and Mark. as he knocks it into the backboard, and they both go bing, bing, and go in.
Good game. Ray holds out the most condescending hand for a shake ever.
You know what? I'll try to be a good sport. So here, I guess.
And he'll hand you a drink.
What kind of drink?
It looks like a shot glass of liquid.
Oh my God, it's pee.
Oh my god, it's what?
Nothing.
Okay. Ray shrugs and he drinks it.
Okay. Roll me a d12.
Okay, that's a weird thing to roll, but sure.
D12.
11?
You have 11 temporary hit points.
What the fuck? Okay.
Woo! Make drinks stiff in the VIP room.
Barkeep, what is this?
It's good, right? Good job winning. Kinda was hoping you'd lose. That would have been fun. Well, get out of here! You nerd!
Ray just finger guns on his way out like SpongeBob leaving. Just like...
You guys watch Ray Cool kind of stroll out, looking a little bit more upright and refreshed.
I take my jacket off of Brand.
Yeah. Where did you learn how to play sports ball?
I used to do street tricks when I was younger to kind of peddle for money. Juggling, standing still for long periods of time, painted up as a statue. Lots of weird stuff on the side of the road trying to make money, make ends meet. So,
I love it here. I love this place. I moved to the next 10.
This one says coming soon. The Murder Cave.
Ooh.
Oh.
We have to come back, guys.
I don't
It's
want
a
to
highly
come back.
anticipated attraction. I want to be there on opening day.
I'm eyeballing what I assume are ducks in like a water feature, and I'm like, what are those things?
That's the tank that you... This one says out of order, and above it, it says face your fears. And the other four of you kind of get a shiver down your spine. Fit in a cap going,
Yeah, sorry about this one. We had some people run in here and, they jack the place up. I don't know what it is about this one, but everybody who goes in there loses constantly.
Okay.
We won, you motherfucker.
I fucking stabbed this guy through the face with a spear.
I died.
You approach the dunk tank. As you approach the dunk tank, the creatures in the objects at the bottom. The idea probably is that you have to go bobbing for items.
I just sort of...
Gimme.
Roll a persuasion check. Wearing a helmet, so it should be okay.
The sooner you give in, the sooner it'll be over.
That's fine.
All right, I'm gonna try it. What do I need to do this to get the thing at the bottom?
So you understand how to bob for... Well, actually, Grimharl wouldn't, but you above game might. But Grimharl...
Grimharl doesn't know how fun works.
Yeah, person in front of you, poof, disappear. As you watch Bran and Grimharl, poof, a rather familiar Pumpkin King pop in front of both of you.
Oh, Right, so this is gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be you. So, all you have to do is stick your big head in that bigger tank.
I just want the things at the bottom, though. I'm just gonna reach in and grab
Right, use that big snout of yours.
I have to use my face.
You can't use your
All
hands
of your
against
face.
the rules.
Oh,
And you can't use your hands, or it's cheating. Oh, and be careful. The little duckies don't like it very much.
Making us rob these cute ducks.
They're not.
Oh,
look,
don't worry, you'll
have-
pay for it.
They have
They
like human
restock.
teeth.
They
It's
restock them.
weird. They have like human teeth. It's weird. Birds should.
Oh, it's not for me.
With my armored head, because I'm wearing armor, I'm gonna plunge my head in and try and grab a thing.
Give me athletics or acrobatics. I will let you use the same thing.
Absolutely athletics.
Okay. As you...
10.
All right. You kind of go in, and it's weird. Water kind of goes up your nose, and it doesn't feel very good when you put your face in there. And as you try to pull it out... Oh, my God. Hang on. Okay. Okay. 1. You feel... How did it max damage you? You feel one of these things bite onto your neck. Head away.
I'm gonna lay on hands for 6. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Help? Is there any way to be helped here?
You can have somebody hold you so you can go in a little bit deeper.
I hold
Alright,
her.
Cap-
Who wants?
Cap knows.
I don't. Brand, can you really
We
hold
need
them by the
two-
feet?
We need 2 people. Capnos on one leg, Brand on the
Brand
other.
and Ray on the other. And by your pie. Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow.
Like a gentle mare in a bunch.
You would know that these are not naturally occurring.
Okay. So is it? Could I do? How did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. All right, moving on.
Yep.
He's up to a lemonade stand and said to the man,
Got any?
"Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?"
Holy crap, Connor!
That my wrinkles,
Zoomers.
they grow.
Oh, I don't want to hear it from you, Monty.
All right. Are you guys
All right.
approaching the? So as you guys, the Face Your Fear was a purple and yellow tent. The
the Lakers.
exactly with a green ribbon or not ribbon curtain going around the perimeter. This one is a blue and yellow tent. This one is a circle that looks like it's draped. And as you walk up, you see the name Aristocratic Archery across the top.
I look to Brand.
I
This
enter
one
the
seemed
tent.
tailor-made for you, friend.
As you enter the tent, you see immediately in front of you there is a table about waist high. At the very back of the room, you see various targets of different sizes. Some of them are the traditional circles with the various colors to indicate what points everything are. There are some that are actually body dummies, so you have to actually hit points on a body. And you notice that in the corner, there is a stack of bows. And you see one of the attendants pop in. It looks to be, with orange skin, a creature that is very dapper looking. They're wearing an orange vest, or rather a dark vest and an orange shirt. They're wearing brownish black slacks and some dress shoes. And they have almost what looks like a kabuki mask of a wolf on their face. They also have two pointed orange ears and a tail.
I'm just picturing that one mini game from Ocarina of Time. The
And as they step forward, they look directly to you, Brand. How may I help? What is your weapon of choice there, creature?
I prefer the heavy crossbow variety.
Percival the crossbow. And they snap their fingers, and you see a knight in completely purple and black armor, head to toe, with two glowing red eyes, poof in front of one of the crossbows, pick it up, and walk it over to you and hand it to you as they load it.
Thank you very much, Sir Percival.
You see him kind of nod.
All right.
Typically a line, this is an actual countertop that you can fire over the top of. So you can pick a target. Do you want to shoot at a body? Do you want to shoot at one of the circular targets?
I would like to look for the target that looks like it's worth most.
You could probably assume that the traditional targets with a point system would be worth the most.
Okay. I'll start off. I'll aim for one of the bodies first.
All right. Give me an attack roll, just straight.
Okay. 26.
You absolutely hit. Roll the damage for me.
All right. 9.
9. You just barely miss hitting the center point as you poof, shoot it right through the white circle that's on the perimeter of the red dead eye or bullseye. Not too shabby. Allow me to show you how it's done. You see this person jump over the counter as the knight hands them a bow. And they are going to attempt to shoot the exact same target. You watch, and they also hit the white. However, it's the perimeter of the thing. They miss badly as you see them kind of adjust their vest. Wasn't ready. Your turn.
All right. I'm going to aim for one of the bullseyes.
Okay. You hit the white, but it's the very outer white that's worth about 5 points. So not very impressive.
I wasn't ready either.
Mm-hmm. You see him take another arrow and pull back. Boom! You see him smack not the bullseye red, but the red ring around the white one that you hit. As he kind of turns to you and just stands tall, as you can't really see his face behind this weird wolf mask. And he motions for you to take a shot.
All right, let's see. So,
You see a little light flash in front of you. Final shot.
Oh God.
Down.
All right, I'm gonna go for what I think the most valuable target would be.
All right. Boom!
15.
You don't hit that bullseye, but again, you're able to hit the white just outside of it as it sticks through. A bullseye would win me this game. Let's see if I'm lucky. Worked. You see him fire, and again hit the very top of the board and completely miss, as it says "winner" in lights. Leave your quiver at the door.
All right, I leave it at the door.
Do you exit?
Yeah.
You stand outside as you watch the tent. You see this figure in this very fancy-looking attire forcibly shut the things closed, and you begin to hear ting, 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 ting. Ting, 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 ting. It sounds like somebody's working on something. And about 2 or 3 minutes later, you see it open again. Would you like to inspect it at all?
Yes, I would.
As you pull out the... So you now have 5 silver bullets, for lack of a better term.
Those are worth their weight, if not more so. Holy
Okay, I'm gonna
shit.
put in 15.
Say,
Would you
save
say
those.
they're worth their weight?
Okay.
Ooh. Save those.
All right.
Next game.
The next one, look for him.
Take.
You also notice that there is another rectangle, this one with just red with a black outline on the very back of it to the right side. And above this one, you see the Doom Dunk Tank.
Oh,
Doom Dunk Tank.
that's significantly darker than a regular dunk tank.
And as you approach, you see poof, the Pumpkin King appear in the tank.
What? Why are you in there?
What?
What?
It's my dunk tank.
You think they're gonna leave the dunk tank empty?
Thank you. Who are you going to dunk? Did you want to come in here, Ray?
What? I don't know what a dunk tank is.
You've never...
What? Just look at it. It's simple. Look, you hit the thing, the floor goes out from under, he goes in the water.
How does the orc know and you don't?
This is a weird.
Go.
I see it.
Are there any like balls?
You don't
at
see
the
any
front of it?
yet, but nobody's really stepped up to throw yet.
Ah, why not?
Cop knows, as you approach the side of the tank, you do know there's there's a bucket and look like little balls that you could potentially pick up and throw.
Ooh.
You see a bucket of 3 of them.
I'll pick one up.
All right. Give me athletics or acrobatics of your choice.
Yeah. 24.
You throw this thing really hard and smack the pressure point as it gives out, and you watch. Oh, you've got to be.
Actually, first try tap note.
Okay, of course they picked the lion. Oh, God, I hate animals.
You are all wet.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, the other Leonin are not going to believe this. What is my prize?
Give me your spear.
Okay. Sort of hands him
You see him grab your spear, and you see him start wiggling his fingers as he holds your.
Hocus pocus. Big time sorcerer, big bad bone warriors, and yeah, poof. I don't know.
Look any different?
It doesn't look any different, but as you kind of move it around, it feels.
4 hours. Okay.
No, not 24 hours, till the end of the day.
Yeah, however much time is left in the day, that's how long he has.
Fortunately, the end of the day is when I go to sleep.
If I never sleep, the day never ends.
It is true.
Exactly.
All right.
Ready to prize.
As he sort of rejoins the group, I said, "See, I told you the carnival would be fun."
It's not as bad as like the last time, the last event. I'll give it
Look,
that
a
much.
monkey.
What do we see now?
As you walk up to this crazy contraption, this looks to be some kind of machine. So this has a large monkey on the top of it, sitting on top of a, looks like a beanbag. And as you approach the machine, you see written on the top, it's the meme machine.
Oh, no.
What?
Nope.
The
Not
fuck?
touching that. No way, no how, no sir.
Oh, Brand, no!
Brand, do you walk up to it?
I have to.
All right.
He called it the meme machine.
It is true.
It calls to me.
I swear to God, if we canonically have something, say like Pog, I'm gonna leave.
So as you walk up, much to your surprise, this looks to be like a fortune-telling machine.
Ooh.
And as you walk up to activate it, you see rising up on the right side of the machine what can best be described as a blue and red construct-looking figure. Their hands kind of look like hockey mitts, or for those of you that play soccer/football, a goalie's mitts. He's got
to have a fortune told.
Finally, I can get an actual fortune. Yes.
Do you I assume that's a yes.
Yeah.
As you press the button, yes, but rise up from the other side. This one is black and gold. Think about if you were looking at like a Gundam kind of shape. And as he kind of rises up, he's much shorter than the blue one on the other side. And you see him go,
"Oh, well, this should be good. Where did you come from?"
You also notice that his eyes are orange instead of red.
I'm from
you so much, boss.
Do I?
You have no clue what he's talking about.
Hell no!
Okay, must have been from a different one. All right, anyway, what are we doing? Hey, what? Right, no, but like, actually, what are you?
Can I be behind him? Just let.
Orc, I was born with the power to turn into orcs. Look, I turned into an orc.
Each of the orcs.
Just mouthing behind him silently. Play along. Just play along.
I turned back into my base form.
Oh, great. This is. What am I going to do with this?
Here.
Great.
Your friend
all right,
invited us here.
Hey, Malice, just pop one out for him. I don't know. He seems like lost and scared, and maybe. What do you want to know about your future, kid?
I think for a while. Is it possible that one day, with enough training, I could turn into things that aren't orcs?
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna have a stroke. Like, I'm gonna choose to have a stroke. Voluntary stroke.
All right, let's see if we can work on that. All right, pop it out.
You begin to see almost like a printer receipt, a piece of paper, and you can rip it off if you would like.
Yep, I do so.
I cover Wahekeda's eyes.
What?
Paper.
It's paper, yes.
It's too horrible to watch.
Would you like to read it?
Yes.
It says, "On this day I see clearly. Everything has come to life.
God damn it.
Bitter place and a broken dream, and we'll leave it all behind.
Well, that's more.
Yeah, it's too edgy for me.
Also, Connor, your microphone has got like weird feedback. I don't know if I'm the only one hearing it, but it's like a weird buzzing. It's like
There's something, yeah.
Yeah.
It might-
Interesting.
I think it means you've gone through a lot of hardship and maybe you'll figure it out if you just let go. I don't know.
Okay.
Good luck, kid. God, why? Why am I stuck here? Okay.
What's the next one?
Green tent. It's green with black, and it says Inquisition Interrogation.
Bruh.
Button, Ray. The button.
Hit the
Right. I poke the button.
orc, whatever.
Right. I'm an orc. Fucking Ray winks. Ray thinks for a moment. Will I ever get to a place called Icewind Dale?
You see,
Ray doesn't betray any like seriousness or any like he kind of
you begin to see it print out. And you see written on there, it says it says it doesn't matter what came before. You felt pain and you want.
Ray looks at it and just puts it in his jacket pocket and just thinks about it. Thank you, Mr. Meme Machine Guy.
Yeah, no problem. Yep.
Bosco, I'm baffled by this place.
I know, that's kind of the point.
I point to the green tent and I say, "Why, Hecata, you haven't done one yet. Everyone has to do one."
We agreed we would come. I see not.
Just kind of looks at you.
Brand, you have to admit this is a little weird. Like, the same 10-second song is playing over and over again, and there's no other guest.
Sure, but this entire place has been weird.
Ray holds out a finger to, like, say something, and then he brings it back, and
No.
he's like,
He's got a point.
yeah, you got a point there.
Kinda
See, and now we're in a weird fun place instead of a weird scary place, so why not enjoy it?
Fair enough.
I cannot believe I'm saying.
worth enjoying, but
if you insist, and I'll take a look. I hate that this is the tent I'm looking at. Just by the name alone. Let me just put that out there.
To sweeten the pot a little bit, Wayakeda seems to confer
Inquisition Interrogation.
And then we'll kill Mark's character.
I was gonna say.
I look side to side. I look up to the meme machine. I go, hey.
Statement. Greetings, traveler. Do you wish to have your fortune told?
Can I have somebody else's fortune told or nah?
Query. I don't know.
Okay.
Finally. All right, listen. So the rules are simple. Your fortune. Why does learn any? I don't understand. What do you want? What do you want? What could you possibly? What, bullman?
Actually, a woman, but yeah, it's fine.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my bad. Right. Bull person.
Is my boss gonna stay single?
What? Oh, all right. Let's
Are you referencing the alpha? Or...
Yeah, I'm referencing the alpha.
Yep.
Very, very tricksy question.
Yep.
But if I make it about me, it works. So.
Putting that DM brain to use.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm trying to do this under so Capnos doesn't notice.
Yeah, I assume this is while we were talking about trying to convince Wayakeda.
No, that's fair. So you're specifically asking about the alpha and him being single.
Yeah, is
he's
the
gonna
alpha
stay single. Okay.
Single, yeah.
You see it start to print out. You rip it off. Do you read it?
Yeah.
As cryptic as the other ones have been, and you're not sure what this means. The mirror speaks, the reflection lies. You don't have to follow me. Only you can set me free.
1,000-yard stare for like a half second. And then I'm gonna post this in general, but this is the face that fucking Grimharl makes. it's Shaquille O'Neal reacting to the hot wings like, ooh.
It's so good. I'll let you put that in chat if you want.
There you go. That's the face that Grimharl makes facing the camera like, ooh, shit.
So, Bosco, I didn't write down that fortune. What was it again?
Yours?
Yeah.
You felt pain and you wanted more.
Aggressive note-taking.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. And now we move to
So what is it called again? Inquisition?
the Inquisition interrogation.
What does it look like? Is it just the flap and the sign? Like I can't
It's just
see
a flap and the sign, yeah.
This is terrifying above game. I guess I'll pull the flap to the side and step inside.
All right. As you step inside, you see it shut behind you.
Hackles up, but looking around. Why do I get different music?
It's your penalty for waiting to pick a game. You got the Imperial
I thought about doing the
interrogation.
bow and arrow one, but you jumped in and did it.
Well, I'm a ranger.
So am I.
Well, we should have done it together.
Well, it's too late now. Now I'm gonna die. So I hope you're happy.
I love D&D. It helps you bond with your friends or people you've never met before.
Yeah. D&D is about connecting and creating a narrative with your
Fuck
friends.
you! Why is this like this? We can do it together! Fuck you!
It's about cultivating team-building strategies and communication among friends and fuck you!
Go
God
ahead,
damn it.
Bosco. I'm listening.
As you
To who?
as you kind of look around, your eyes start to readjust, and you see a figure turn towards you, standing in what looks like very regal armor. You could see a symbol on his chest that you don't recognize. He's got kind of a mustache, but his skin is orange. You see him turn towards you and begin to walk forward. Heavy, heavy footsteps. What sounds like stone, but there's grass beneath your feet. Tyranny to me. Sit, creature. And you see a spotlight come on and a single chair in the center of the room light up.
This bitch just called me a tyrannid?
Yeah, I was about to say.
A little triggered right now, Bosco. Okay. I'll step up to the chair and looking back and forth for a moment between the chair and this figure, and then one glance over my shoulder trying to spot the door. I'll finally sit down.
You see him him kind of snake his head around from the side. He's standing behind you over one shoulder. He leans in and very purposefully twists his head in an awkward position to kind of look at you. And then you hear the stench of you, the rotting flesh. You disgust me. Why are you here? Maybe I should ask a more pointed question. Are you hungry? Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking...
Kind of tense up and keep your calm. I didn't hear a yes or a no.
No.
Let's see if we can fix that. And you hear 3 claps as another light comes on. And you see yet another figure, this one in complete armor, bulky, helmet, shoulder pads, completely black. and he's holding a body. And you see him throw him on the ground as it rolls. How about now?
Do I recognize this body?
You don't recognize the body, but it's the freshest body.
Sir?
Yeah. You begin to feel that urge. I will allow you to try to resist, but it will cost you.
Is there anything identifiable on this body?
With the way that it fell, its back is to you, but no, it looks to be male, but it's extremely hard to tell. You're only guessing based on the shorter hair.
Nothing of its garb might indicate it's from anywhere nearby.
It looks to be in just rags, nothing that specifically identifies it to any one particular place.
Okay, last question. How long has it been since I ate?
Long enough where this is looking very appetizing.
That wasn't my question. Damn it. This is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Outside the tent, just
I will
how's it
say
going
I'm
in there?
extremely happy they threw you of all people into this
I'm
tent.
so not happy.
Yeah, this was the one tent where I'm like, I don't know who's going in here, but it's gonna.
Just outside. I hope Wahikade's having fun in there.
I mean, yeah, she's been in there for a while, so maybe she's having the time of her life.
I'm
And take a point of exhaustion.
She might be having a
It's
feast
a
of fun in there.
21.
You resist the urge to leap on this thing.
I heard.
How are we feeling? Good? Are we
No.
scared?
What purpose does this display serve?
To show that you are no hero, no protector. You are a liar. Tell me, do they know Wahikade?
No, what?
What you are, what you do.
Some do.
So-
Others will lie.
And they will learn what will become of you when you lose yourself.
For a moment, she's quiet, and then she turns to look the one craning over her shoulder dead in the eyes. And instead of any sort of sign of anger, there's actually almost an expression of peace on her face.
I know my fate. Someone I trust has already assured me that she will take care of it. My future does not scare me.
How nice of you. But sooner or later they will learn. And they will be disgusted. And they will turn on you. Away.
They chose this path. I did not choose it for them. And perhaps
Walk over and flip the body over so that she can see who it is.
It does look to be a male, and it looks to be a male from the Barovian village. Not one that you specifically recognize, but you can tell based on the facial features, it would be somebody from Barovia.
Is there any sort of pendant or like bracelet or ring or anything on him?
It looks like if there was, it was completely stripped off this body.
Okay. Are his eyes open?
They are closed.
Okay. Then you said the floor is grass?
The floor is grass, like it was outside.
I'm going to dig a relatively shallow but big enough hole to accommodate him, place the body inside, and cover it. And then
All
I
right.
will attempt to leave the tent.
And as you walk out into the light, your eyes have to readjust for a second as you push the tent open. as you kind of catch yourself. Roll me a d12.
Oh god, hang on, I clicked the wrong thing. Natural 1.
I'm sorry. Give yourself 1 temporary hit point.
Oh my god. Hey, that might
No
be the difference
refreshing.
between. That might be the difference between death and not.
As Hakeda walks out of the tent, her eyes are sort of on the ground for a moment. As she brings her gaze up, she immediately locks eyes with Grimharl and then continues down the path, but she doesn't say anything.
You notice one last building, which actually looks similar to the ghost town that you guys were just in.
Fuck, I can't look at this with the damn clown.
As you approach this last building, it looks a little bit larger than the other ones. It's got a wooden roof. It's completely made of wood. And the tent is, or the building rather, is called Somber Sonata.
Does it look dead or alive?
It looks ghostly.
The house, I mean.
Ghost-like.
Can we see through it?
Connor, that
you can't see through it, but there is a door that you could open.
What was the name of the Inquisition thing again?
Our ending is right there. Ray points to the clown thing. Should we just skip to that? Oh god.
Where's
so
the door?
let me do Brand and Ray.
Oh, okay. 18 perception.
There you go. You hear, along with Brand, because it's a 12 even with disadvantage, you both hear music much happier coming from inside the house.
You want to go in together? Ray puts a hand on your back. As orcs. Brand.
Sorry, I turned it off because I was eating, and I didn't want that to pick up on the Rico in there with you. But before I turned to Wayakeda and go, "Did you have fun in there?"
She didn't respond. She just kept walking.
Can I examine Wayakeda to see if it looks like they had fun?
You
can roll an insight check if Mark will allow it.
All right. Here comes my disadvantage insight.
Do you allow it, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
13.
1 point of exhaustion is disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Okay. You have a good time inside that.
All right.
And in fact, now that you see her, when she went in, she kind of looked annoyed, maybe a little aggravated, but otherwise okay. Lived through some sort of extremely harrowing experience inside.
All right, I would like to go back out in front of this tent, and I sort of look around and I sort of clap my hands.
Your hands together where?
I'm shouting to get the attention of the Pumpkin King outside of this tent.
Outside of the tent, poof, out of order.
Oh, Darrow, I'm really proud of you.
Really good one.
Holy shit.
That was really
like arms elbowed, like wrapped around, like fuck it, go in together.
All right. As you walk in,
as orcs. Yelp review worked.
So good.
You begin to hear this music, and as you walk in, you see 2 ghosts kind of walking around a single chair. And as they continue to walk and walk, you hear the music cut out, and immediately they both jump onto the chair a little bit. They seem to be like a Neko cat of some kind. And they kind of pout a little bit. No fair, he cheated! Oh, my dear, calm down. You'll win next time. We have visitors!
What?
Hello!
Hello!
Hi!
Were we interrupting something?
No! Actually, we can get more chairs!
I imagine they just apparate.
You immediately see the ghost beginning to pull up more chairs. They seem to have put out 3. Are there more of you by any chance?
Yes, there are. I opened the door. Guys, get in
good
here.
more friends. Come on.
I swear to God.
In I go.
Ray just pops out as well and shrugs.
In for a copper.
As you walk in, you see this Neko kind of cat with, again, orange skin, kind of translucent, a cat-like face, 2 ears on the top, and a tail. You also see in a completely white, almost like a zoot suit, and a top hat, or a bowler hat rather, a large, ghostly-looking figure who bows to all.
I don't know. Have we?
Above game musical chairs, right?
Above game, yes. In game, not a freaking clue.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's a really simple game. We're going to play some music, and all of you have to be in a chair when it stops. The person who's not is eliminated, and at the end, there's only one left.
Now, by eliminated, do you mean like they're out of the game?
It means you're out of the game, yes.
Okay, not like and right, like.
No, we haven't killed anyone in weeks. Ghost now?
Maybe.
Nice. All right, let's play.
Actually, a track record for killing people is pretty poor.
Yeah, it's
They seem to be
actually
coming
quite
back to life.
Yeah.
Have we actually even killed anyone?
You've killed a lot of like zombies and ghouls.
We killed
and-
things. We haven't killed any
Kill
people.
them. They were already dead.
That's true. God, you guys are terrible at this.
We
Anyway,
actually haven't killed anyone.
God, we suck at killing people.
no, you just suck at keeping them dead. Anyway, are you guys ready to play above game?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Sure.
So here's the way this is going to work. I think this is going to be fun, or it could be a complete disaster. We're going to find out together. So, when you guys hear the music stop, I need everybody to roll me a dexterity saving throw. All right?
So we need to roll a what? Sorry.
So you have to roll a dexterity saving throw. Whosever number shows up last, just take the number at disadvantage.
Okay,
What if we
gotcha.
already have disadvantage?
It will not count for the game.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not
Damn.
applying exhaustion for this game because that would be totally unfair.
So did you say dexterity saving throw? Or
Dexterity
just
saving throw because it's a reaction based thing. So you have to dex save to get in the chair. Whoever last is going to be a disadvantage, but that doesn't mean that they will lose. It just means like if you're the last person to sit, that's how it works.
Okay.
All right.
All
You
right.
guys ready?
Let's do it.
This is
All right.
interesting. Let's try this.
Here we go. So you begin to hear music playing.
Oh, hang on. I gotta turn this way the hell up.
Wait,
Oh.
Well, I rolled a 5.
that's not gonna get us. That's not gonna get us DMCA'd, is it?
That one, no, because not only
that
is
is-
like, oh my God, that's in there.
Okay.
All right. So everybody go down with your numbers.
15.
5.
7.
9.
Because I was last, 5.
Nice. So that means Waihakeda and Copnose tied. So both of you roll a d20. This is just going to be a straight whoever gets the higher number.
Cool. 13.
Waihakeda and Copnose, as everybody jumps into a chair, you see the last seat. Boom, you down.
These are
Oh,
very,
I'm sorry there. If you could just stand to the side, please.
That was wrong.
And Monty Ray cool.
I
Is
see
what I see
Brand
on
Ray
my
Look at
cool.
Wallfly.
Yeah,
Let me
check
roll.
Wallfly.
Oh.
Brand, as you feel that shoulder check, you kind of move them out of the way and are like, aha, my seat. And you sit immediately.
I like to imagine Brand just takes the chair from under me as I'm going to sit and sits down on it.
Oh, you pulled a Ray. And now we come to, it's an all orc finals. It's Brand versus Ray
Oh
Cool.
my God, shut
Here
up.
we go.
Sorks.
Oh! Ray Cool at chair.
Yep.
Yeah.
You never see it coming.
Congratulations!
You're a
I
winner!
win!
You can collect
Oh my god.
You love me. You really love me.
All right.
Cop-
What did
Copnose
Brand win?
Copnose turns into Clapnose as he applauds.
Waihakeda is the first person out the door.
Yep. And as you leave, Brand, roll me a d12.
Ooh. Come on, heart of the cards. 2.
Give yourself 2 hit points, temporary.
All right.
Hey, that's the amount of cards you can draw if you play Pot of Greed.
True.
And you, as you exit the last game, the only tent you see left is this strange circular one. You see red and white triangles coming together to form a almost spinning pattern on the top. as a massive clown head is biting into one of the red sections and is clearly the entrance. You see 2 double wooden doors that you could push open to enter.
What in
Monty,
the
you
blue
coming?
blazes is that thing?
I am. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. I'm just.
Also, the music.
That is correct.
Yep.
I need to put
Looks
it
like
back.
it's time for the grand finale.
I'll just be over here.
You know what? I'm
Eating clowns.
It's fucking music.
And as you approach it, you see
In macabre.
Is it spelled correctly?
it is.
Okay.
Is there like the Pumpkin King out, or is it just
No,
the wooden
you don't
doors?
see anybody at this one.
Oh God.
But you do see the path leading here.
Yeah. Well, who wants to walk in first? Yeah, I figured.
Brand is the only person having the most.
Yeah, Kevin had a great time.
I got to dunk a guy.
Got to
It's
literally
true.
dunk on the pumpkin.
On the
king.
first throw, I
On the
hate
first
you.
throw.
I hate you. All right, massive,
Oh wow.
massive
Ooh.
tent. As you walk through the clown head, you see various layers of seating. So you see stairs directly in front of you that lead down. Wooden stool, or not stools, but almost like theater chairs with red covers on the tops of them line the perimeter as they all kind of look down into what is a circular ringmaster's pit for a traditional circus. There is a triangle of flames that kind of illuminate the entire tent. There are 2 tables on either side of this setup. You're not sure if anybody's supposed to sit there. There's no chairs. You also see various boxes and stacks of hay in the back, as well as a tent off to the side, which you would normally assume is some kind of performer's tent or some place where someone...
I sort of do a little pull on Grimhall's shoulder. Come on, we gotta get good seats.
I sit down.
Can't properly sit.
I know, it's not exactly
It's
lined up,
like,
but you're close.
squares.
My
So close. All right, as all of you take your seats to the front row, you hear the music cut out. The bang and pick up speed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of a great show for you here tonight. Let's make some noise. Woo! Oh boy. All right. Anyway, we have a great show for you tonight, and if you survive our mansion macabre, we have a very special treat for you at the end. We understand that our fine contestants here are trying to traverse the mists. Ooh. Will they figure out the secrets? We'll find out now. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, what a
Secretly paying
Oh,
attention.
no.
All right. Bye, Austin.
Oh, bye, Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Have a goodbye.
What a
Austin.
weird session, but good
Carnival.
in a way.
Fucking
What a weird game.
sucked.
This was my curveball session, like I threw one at you last time.
I hate this carnival.
I
Yeah,
love
but
this
it's less
carnival.
traumatic and more like
For
weirdly
you?
fun.
Yeah.
It's traumatic for you.
That's fine.
I can't believe the
But you are
hell
correct.
Arcade
Yes,
got
less traumatic
that
for me.
Fucking
I want you to know,
interrogation
by the way,
room.
that like if party cohesion in this game were measured like it is in like any sort of like RPG,
Oh, yeah.
where it's like, you know, you have to earn points to keep favor with members of the party. Brand is at like -3 with life.
Has ended. Now Brand is my new enemy.
See, but I'm S support with Raycool though.
Yeah.
It works.
Ray and
This-
Brand are like our little chaos duo.
Is
Orcs.
this 9?
It is.
It
At
is.
10, I thought. Isn't it
Uh,
9 already on the...
No, it's 10. It's 10.
Ten.
I have no idea.
I think it's
I like.
10, yeah.
I wanted someone to do the chart where it's just like the McDonald's, like why is a black coffee?
Like upsetting for me because it was like, okay, I'm gonna try. I'm doing everything I can above game to like make the relationship between Wahikeda and Brand be good. And then she's finally like, okay, fine, I'll try it out. And then fucking that happened.
I listen. It's just the Pumpkin King was the exact same wavelength of Psycho as Brand.
I know.
I was
like,
so happy for you to interact with him.
Part of me was
so
just
happy.
like, I wonder if Brand's getting all the really fun games because the Pumpkin's like, well, this guy's actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
and then all of us get fucking fucked over because he doesn't like us.
The games are skewed from here. So all of you got something kind of cool, and I just got more fucked.
Listen, you could have got on the meme machine.
Maybe in the Mention Macabre, it'll.
He said, "Should you survive?"
Yeah.
I'm not hopeful.
Oh,
especially now that I have
Will be
probably go wrong.
Everything.
Well, I'll tell you what's not going to go wrong, and that's going around the table real quick. I'm glad you guys had a good time, but
you have music, boss?
I do have music, which I need to switch this for.
The song we were listening to during the carnival, but it's just reverb.
When you
parts.
played it.
Like the rubber band song.
Right.
Oh god, they're both going at once.
Scared.
No, you're good. I'll play this on the way out. We're good. Let's go around the horn. Monty, where can they find you?
I'm scared. TV/Monty Glue. Tomorrow is going to be Metopia, and then throughout the week, keep your eyes peeled. This coming Thursday, I'm going to be starting up Dungeon of the Mad Mage with some friends. We're going to be trying out some overlay things. We're going to be trying a straight up, just as intended, pre-written adventure. I want to remind people it is not going to be like Unexpectable's Prince Division or the other homebrew stuff. This is going to be content that I have not written. I'm just running it. So come and check it out if you're interested. You don't need to know the story. Just come in and see whether they're going to live or die. There you go. Bada
Bam.
bing.
Sci-Fry.
You can find me at twitch.tv/sci. Today, we are resuming my D&D game that I run called The Southern Front. I've been cooking up some homebrew rules for large-scale warfare, and I'm about to introduce that to the players next week, so it's going to be pretty good as those guys are heading towards their big finale.
Very nice. Distortion Devil.
They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/Distortion Devil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesday is tabletop/card game day with my buddies, Hey Mr. Rabbit, Count Widget, and sometimes Probate shows up as well. Yeah. Plume Mountain, a Gobtober adventure. Will they find all 3 of the legendary artifacts? There. Friday is Friday Funhouse, where I play basically whatever I want with whoever feels like showing up. Saturday, before Ravenloft, is Yakuza 5 Remastered. I killed a bear.
Connor, I'm so
Yes.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Hey
I also
man,
got into a fist fight with one, but it was a rough one. That was a rough one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was weird. And Sundays I'm playing Wildermyth, and after Wildermyth is over, the campaign should be wrapping up shortly. I'll be starting Banner Saga as well. If you purchase the Founders Pack during the month of October, you can use the code TREAT. Vampire-themed Warlock subclass, the Fanged King Patron.
Odd.
That's me. You can find me over at twitter.com, Theropod bullshit. I also post pictures of my pet lizard, and I also post sometimes.
What a great endorsement.
Yeah. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv, Theropod Art, no underscore there. There's just my streaming process. And yeah, vote for what I draw, or you could see the porn a month early. Yeah. That's it.
Mark Allen Jr.
Yeah.
Plug yourself.
All right, I'm plugged in now. Here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming, and you can follow the adventures of my fat sleepy cat bunny on Instagram at Chonk4Life. I look forward to next week when I'm sure the odds will be like 2-1 against me at dying first, so that'll be fun. Tomorrow, however, we will be playing Ghosts of Tsushima, the director's cut, while also keeping an eye on weather stuff. If you're in northern Missouri or southwestern Illinois, I will have my eyes on the skies and the radar for you guys. So if you want to have some fun times chopping people up with swords while we look at weather stuff and keep an eye on the skies and make sure what's going on, come on by tomorrow. We'll be doing that. On Monday or Tuesday, I don't know which day yet because I've got a busy week ahead of me, but Monday or Tuesday, we will have another stream, and I will either continue Ghost of Tsushima or Tuesday, potentially be out in the field for a different severe weather event that's happening closer to home.
Boy.
That'll be that. I hope to see you guys on Wednesday for the conclusion of White Plume Mountain. Very excited about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, check out Kageki Shoujo and Remain on Funimation.com. I'm in those, having a good time playing some water polos and being a baseball dude. Check it out. That's it. I'm done now.
And don't forget to check out our sponsor, Die Hard Dice.
True.
Y'all are really failing at this.
Man, there was no. That's right. You two also could bang the drums of war when you use the promo code purchases. That man.
Woo! Here's your normal plastic dice. Here's your big metal dice.
Yeah, you hear that clang?
Hear the difference?
That's like, can you hear the quality?
Again, plastic?
No, we got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I guess your eardrums didn't survive Ragnarok. Why don't you do some bits and subs, though, and maybe they'll bless you.
What?
Give them back. Yeah.
Sorry.
Bits and subs!
Oh, gotcha. Right. Let's see. Where did we leave out here? Here. Let's find out. Roto Ryu, thank you for the 18 months of Prime subbage. Shiny Lamp, thank you for the 19 months. Lip. Faye Raven, thank you for the 19 months as well. Happy 19 months, guys. Don't die. We didn't.
Today.
Game Master Ant, thank you for the 15 months. Happy month of spooks. Arkolf, thank you for the raid with a party of 34. How's it going?
Hey, we know that guy.
He helps me in Final Fantasy.
He's a good bean. Messenger of Chaos, thank you for the 14 months. Doppelganger Zaus, thank you for the 9 months. A ribbon around the old oak tree. River Rat, thank you for the 50 bits. Episode title, All Fun and Games. 500 bits. Thank you, Bosco. I was supposed to be working on our promo for next week, but this took my full attention. Absolutely amazing. Also, if a group of musical ghosts makes a video game, it would be called Deadhausen Sonata. Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, The Minigame Episode.
Yep.
It was fun. Thank you, Bosco. Those little games were actually quite fun.
I'm glad. I thought, especially knowing how a couple people were out of it today, I'm like, this is a good session for people to like not have to think super hard.
Unless your name is Mark.
I love curveball type shit.
That's all right. You're gonna need it for next week.
I'm gonna read your mind, Bosco. Are you ready?
All right.
I'm sending out my brainwaves. If I went up to the meme machine, I was gonna ask. Where is? Tell me. It's all about the game
and how you play it. Yeah.
It's all about control and if you can take it.
Yep.
God.
You are right there with me. Good.
We're like this.
We're like this. Look, man, that was harder than you fucking looked. Because I was like,
Dragosoon, thank you for the 10 bits. Episode title, Insane Carnival. Indeed, it's very apropos. Zen Lita, thank you for the 200 bits. Another fun and games suggestion.
We could also do all work and no play.
You could also do Trick or Treat.
We could also do Insane Clown Posse, but
no.
Fucking
Stellar Coyote.
magnets.
Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 50 bits. Next Thursday, Critical Role Season 3? Yeah, okay. Monty's doing something not homebrew? I gotta check that shit out.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll be different, you know. Just don't. I'm worried people are gonna have preconceived notions and be disappointed. Is my concern.
Oh, it'll be
You
fine.
put enough disclaimers out.
By the way, Connor, if you guys had gone in the murder cave tent, like if you just broken through, you were gonna.
It's about to get its ass beat, Grizzly, because I'm here.
Damn. You hear that, bears? Monty ain't afraid of you.
He's back, by the way. The bear that ate my pumpkin has
Are
been
you
in the
serious?
neighborhood.
Oh my
No!
god!
He's looking for more pumpkin.
He is.
Oh shit! I've got to go.
I still can't believe you walk.
I mean,
They don't give a shit. They're
You have
extremely
nature.
fearless.
You have like bear spray, right?
You're in their habitat.
At our cabin.
Get some bear spray or like.
Those will definitely
created
do
to
a
be
great
afraid
job at pissing it off.
Did we get through all the bits and stuff? Sorry,
I'm scared to
kinda
think
went
of
on a
Monty with a shotgun.
Oh yeah, Connor, keep going. I'm
I've shot a
sorry.
shotgun.
Okay, all right.
Flustered Bun, thank you for the 100 bits. Well, wasn't that fun? I can't wait for the finale because it'll be closer to my fantastic calendar. Thank you for the 100 bits. Connor, I decided to take your advice and look for a were comedian.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll give you that one. That one's
You
pretty
used
good.
the same pun again.
But it's still.
It.
Yeah.
You didn't say
All
how to
right.
be
I
better when you
despise it, but I'll allow it.
Don't worry. All you gotta do is go out and find Dane Cook. Funny on full moons.
Oh, he's not even funny then. Oh.
No. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. Well, that was certainly a trip. Also, wow. Now Sai joins Monty and Mark at 5-1 odds because Brand seems to want to die. Mark, I love you, but you're making it hard for me not to make the odds lower than comfortable lead at 35-1. And with next week being possibly the last session, we'll be opening the TPK odds for anyone who wants this domino train to topple and end.
It's just a
in blood.
carnival, guys.
Dumb question. Does having lower odds mean you get paid more, or
Yeah, so
Yes.
because you're 35-1, that implies that if somebody were to bet on you, they get a better return, but you're not likely to get a return.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
you are the
Yeah.
you are by popular
You're the
vote the
long
least
shot.
likely.
I literally have never gambled in my life, so
keep it that way.
You're a good boy.
Meanwhile, I will say, if you have to increase the odds after today, like we started today, and I was like, how am I still in the lead? And then today happened, and I'm like, no, I should be handily in the lead after that experience. So I need to just stop trusting people, apparently.
Apparently. That being said, was that all the bits and subs?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 100 bits. So is the alpha single? Not asking for me, asking for a friend. Also, is he into Minotaurs?
And if so, how do I turn Sumer into a Minotaur?
No, how do I turn Sophia into a Minotaur?
How do you turn them both into a Minotaur?
What if I bite her? What if I'm
Whoa.
a werecow, actually?
Well,
A
if you turn them
were-cow?
both into
No, you're a
Minotaurs, then
holy
we
cow.
can
There's a
compare
difference.
Oh, that's right.
A lycanthrope.
And
God.
Alita again.
Anyway. One sweet girl, thank you for the 100 bits. Way to pass the time. Here's your fortune. Leave the quarter and piss off. You're scaring the clowns. Yakuza, and now he is a man. You could consider it a bare mitzvah.
Oh my god.
I prefer a quinceanera.
Ooh, that's good.
I've heard the Barista one, but I've never heard Quinceanera.
I'm
That's
going to
pretty
stop
good.
this stream somehow. If you don't
Just
stop.
allowed.
Oh God, I got lightheaded. I wheezed so hard.
You
That's it.
you
That's all
earned
it
that.
is. That's it. That's all it is.
The
That's
scary music is me approaching you for making all these puns.
I just see your eyes glowing in the background as you like have your hands up Frankenstein style.
By the way, bonus points Bosco for picking something that legitimately puts me on edge because, like, there's really nothing for me musically that is more terrifying than low notes played in succession resolution. So I'm like legitimately intense.
Yeah, no, that was kind of the idea. Is I just wanted everybody to be anxious and like.
figured. So yeah, no, good job
I,
on that because it worked.
Who do we want to raid? I'm just looking here.
I see Paperbox House.
Yeah, I was gonna say Paperbox.
Yeah, we have Alfred. We should. Yeah, let's raid
We
Alfred.
haven't raided
yeah.
Alfred in a long time.
Yeah.
But hold on, we got some.
Hi, Starbright. What will our raid message be for Alfred?
Also,
oh,
Hold on, there's a couple more bits.
I was just gonna say the song
Reminds me of Xana's theme from Code Lyoko.
Ooh.
That's a pull. Holy shit.
Real quick, these were like last second ones. Zako Duo with 560 bits. One more time to nab the Bit Boss throne. It's mine. And Magic Ninja Go with 100 bits. Connor also got bucked several times.
It's true.
What will our raid message be?
Trick or treat?
Yeah, trick or treat. Let's do it.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Go.
Trick
Go.
or treat.
Unleashed into the world, you be.
Go get Alfred. Get him.
Get him.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.